Yo, what's up? What's up, Pinky? What's going on?
What up? What's going
How's
on?
everyone doing?
Hope
everyone's having a good day,
bro. I'm grokked out. You're not grokked out?
What are you talking about?
You're not grokked out yet?
What do you mean grokked out?
Grokked out, bro. It's a new terminology. It's when you've just been overloaded with grok bullshit.
You just had grok shoved in your face nonstop for the
past. Every derivative you can think of.
Yeah. The problem is I buy every single derivative.
It's not even that good. It's like not even that good of a derivative. It's like grok is not even that. It sucks. It sucks, bro. It's like, Jesus, we've gotten so lazy in this space, bro.
Oh man,
not even a word.
Yeah, what is good grok? No, it's like that just tells you something, right? So it's like, so if you think about it, like we literally will make the hottest coin in crypto off of one tweet from one guy, one man.
And literally like the meme father.
And then what can happen is another guy can go and make another tweet and absolutely completely nuke that coin that was just the hottest coin that did like $100 million worth of volume in like a day.
Yeah.
And it's like everything just rests on the whim of like one person's Twitter fingers. You know what I'm saying?
Like we're literally playing Russian roulette with our money. Like that's what we're doing. We're fucking waiting. It's like pull the trigger one more time before you cash out. It's Russian roulette, man, and I love it. Can't stop.
Yeah, me too. I'm pretty far gone as well. Oh,
I got wrecked yesterday. Though. I lost a lot of money yesterday.
Did you?
So I'm gonna rage buy today.
Really? So like what puts you to the point where you feel like you need to rage buy?
Well, hold on. I gotta order something for my kid. I'll jump back on in 2 seconds.
Oh, thanks for the response. If anyone else wants to come up, so I'm not just talking to myself, yeah, that'd be cool. So request, come up, say hi. Because my co-host just, muted me and left me here by myself to talk. I don't really have anything else to really talk about. I mean, I see some familiar faces. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone made some money on this run up. I mean, we did have a nice little run over the past couple weeks. We got okay. Let's see who's coming up. Oh, there we go. We got someone else coming up. Oh, there's Pinky.
I'm back.
There he is.
Yep. Yeah, man. It's
Anon MF.
What's good? Okay.
Hey, you know what I want to hear? Hey, can we bring someone up that actually made a lot of money on grok? Because I hear a lot of shit about it, but I don't know anybody that actually got in early and made a shit ton of money.
I don't know.
I don't know anyone personally that like killed it on that coin.
I didn't.
Definitely not.
I definitely didn't. What's up, dude? What's going on, man?
What's going on? I'm literally only holding one coin right now, but I'm not gonna shill it unless you want me to.
I don't know. It's kind of early for shills, Like I'm just like, fuck. It's hard. Okay, go ahead. Fucking shill it. Just shill it real quick though, because
but it topped out at 10 million today. It was at 1.5 last night, and it's sitting around 3.5 right now. It's WEB. WE.
Oh yeah.
I was in that shit too.
Yeah, that one.
It went back up to 4.
Yeah, it's sitting around there.
Oh yeah, shit.
I got in like with that one, dude. I just kept fucking up and like getting in and out at the wrong time. So I just gave up.
Dude, that's the thing, right? Like, so you always look at a coin, right? You look at a coin and you're like, oh shit, oh fucking grok, man! I saw that at 200K and it went all the way up to like 140 million. I would have made so many X's, but damn well you would have sold it before then. Like damn well the first like 20 to 40X, you're like, these profits are looking too good. I got to take this, So it's like
it's the first time that it starts to dip again. You're like, shit, like that's when the profits start to look really good, right? Like you see it like, okay.
And you're coping, you're like, oh, I'm such an idiot. What was I thinking? Oh shit, we got Chris. Let me bring this guy up here. What's up, bro?
Yeah, man. I mean, you're either a psycho and you don't sell, which is actually not all the way up because I'm a lunatic with some. But like, if you have any brains at all, you probably shouldn't have any coins left by the time it gets to 100 million. If you got in at like 100K.
Oh, that'd be insane. No, that'd be insane.
Yeah, you gotta
your moon bag.
go check yourself in, bro. Check yourself in somewhere. If you literally watch something go to 100 million off of 100K and you don't cash out, that's not
Yeah.
good. There's something
Yeah.
wrong with you.
It's well, dude. So like, it's crazy. Like, if you can withstand that initial like urge, right? If you get like a cooker, right? Like, let's say you're like 50, 100x. Like, I'll take something for example. Let's say ticker Bitcoin, right? Like, it didn't just go straight to 100 million or whatever it's at, right? Like, it had so many dips, right? It had so many times where it absolutely nuked like 80%, came all the way down, then came all the way back up. So like, you only really get those massive X's, those massive rewards if you're like a diamond handed motherfucker, bro. Like, because you're not going to find something that just anything that goes straight up is going to come crashing down just as fast. So it's like the real people that make the real gains are the smart ones that take their profits, but they always keep a nice moon bag, right? Like, that's what I do. If I know that a coin has some substance and it's moving good, like, yeah, you can sell and take profits, but bro, like, no matter what, keep a little moon bag because you never know. A lot of people just get lucky that way too, when they just, like, keep like 10, 15, maybe even 20% of your bag just to hold it. Just hold it to moon or dust if you've already made those massive X's, because it really just doesn't make sense not to, because like could always be like, oh, what if I would have held it, and you're gonna be disgusted when you look at the coin when it's at 100 million or 200 million or whatever, right? So it makes sense to always have a moon bag. Oh, we got Pavel. What's up, bro? Let's get him up here. What is
You
this
know
guy
what I
doing
fucked
fake,
up the
bro?
most?
Isn't he in like Switzerland or something? It's freaking. Let me see. Hold on.
Why bring them up? So you know what I fucked up the most was, if you were here in 21 and like you did well on NFTs, you remember that like when you minted something, you wouldn't mint one, you wouldn't even mint three. By the time you were whaling, you were probably minting like 20, maybe even 50. And so when I approached meme coins, I was like, I'm not gonna put in like, 0.01, 0.02 into these things, because what's the fun in that? Where's the upside? And, and obviously if you snipe under like 50K, then there can be pretty good upside if you put in that little. But no, I was putting in back like over the summer, even a little earlier than that, like half an ETH. I think I put even a full ETH into like some like live pairs.
Yeah, that'll get you in trouble too, bro. Like, sometimes if you hit, you can really kill it. Like, not really live pairs. Like, if I feel like I got it like an edge, or somebody told me about this, or like the dev has been like, like has a good reputation, or he had a successful project before, I'd feel a little bit more comfortable going a little bit heavier that early. But like, bro, I was having this little like run where I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. I was throwing like half an ETH at like so many early stage, like under
Same,
50K stuff, and getting
same, so
wrecked.
bad, so
Yeah, you
bad.
get wrecked. Yeah, it's
But you
terrible.
remember in with NFTs, right? Before like shit completely derailed, that
Yeah,
like with a website could be a good sign of like, oh, are they serious or not? And like we would literally judge projects and their viability, and can we pump this off of, do they have a good website? So I thought you could do that with meme coins too, but you don't realize with meme coins, they could just pull the fucking rug out from under you.
yeah, man. The rug,
Like,
bro.
they intentionally make a good website.
Yeah, because they're trying to get as many people as possible in.
Bro, yeah, the better the website, the more likely you're gonna get fucked in a meme coin.
It's true. It's true. What's up, Pablo? What's going on, bro?
What's up, boys and girls? Sorry, I'm super groggy. It's 12 o'clock at night. I'm coming at you live from Dev Connect in Istanbul, and I got
Nice.
amazing news for you. The bull market is coming back, and I got 3 reasons to prove my point. Reason number 1, I'm seeing startups over here that got their privates almost filled, and they're looking to list, and they're talking to different launch pads. Reason number 2, there's 1 or 2 good-looking girls at developer events. So, they're sniffing around.
That's
They're
the
like,
biggest sign.
no,
Biggest sign
dude.
right there.
Yeah, if
The
there's good-looking
biggest
girls at
sign,
a Web3 conference, that's
the
bullish.
biggest sign is I went to the toilet and I overheard people doing some smash me in the toilet. So I'm like, okay,
Nice.
what's
Nice.
going on? We're at the dev conference. Like, there's no what's up, guys. So yeah, so these
That's
are
awesome,
my
man. So it's
hot
good to hear.
takes.
There's
We're back,
so
baby.
there's so two So there's two good looking girls in the conference and a couple dudes doing some rails in the bathroom stalls. Bro,
Yes.
we are back.
Yes.
We
We're
are back, bro.
Yeah, that's bullish. That's all bullish signals. I mean,
Definitely.
I think we're
with
back.
everything in life that's bullish. I think anywhere you go in any industry that's pretty bullish.
Well, I mean, with crypto, it's extra because like the more degen it gets, that means the more interest and the more people there are in the market, right? So
were they like discussing like a restaurant they're going to open together, the bathroom and stuff?
No, I don't think we're there yet. I think we're early. I don't think we're there yet, man.
oh, nice. Besides that, I mean, what else is going on in the market, Pinky? Anything happen? Anything you've been watching or?
It's been Grok mania, bro. That's pretty much it for the past 3 days, and I've lost a shit ton of money just chasing and like rage buying and rage dumping, the usual. Yeah, honestly, man, I like Zach XBT or whatever that dude. Like, I understand he's like trying to do good things for the space, but goddamn, did that guy throw a wrench in the party? things were getting pretty fun there for a day, bro.
Yeah, Zach is doing a lot of good, but sometimes it's just like, okay, that's serious
Bro, but
accusation,
here's
man.
the funny thing,
It's like
right?
it's like, I get it, bro, but you're still a snitch, bro. Like, it's cool. I
Yo,
like what you're doing, but
that
stop
one
being a
straight
snitch,
up
dog.
felt spiteful. Like that kind of felt like he
Yeah.
was getting his revenge on all the DJs. Like, you know what? I know something.
It's you know what it is, bro. It wasn't that it was bad what he did, right? I think he had the right intention. I think he just didn't think it through, and I think what he was expecting like a way better reaction. But the problem is like you're not really going after anybody or taking anyone down with that. All you did was hurt people that would put a lot of money into this fun coin. Like you did, the only people you hurt in that it was retail and basically normies that were buying in way too high. And
Well,
like you didn't
dude,
take
but the
anyone
thing is
down.
he got
Like,
some
what'd you
backlash,
do?
right? Because so you think about it like this, like he got some backlash because like I don't care what you can do. You can do a million things, right? You can do a million good things, but you fuck with people's money, bro, they're gonna be pissed. Right? Like if you like that's just the truth,
Hey,
bro. Like
show
you know
me
what I'm
show me
saying? Like
somebody that lost money on Grok that's happy that he did that. Show me one person. Like there's a lot more people that lost money because of what you did that are innocent people than you didn't take anyone down. The guys are still sitting at what, a 50, 60, 70 million dollar market cap. Like, the team is doing just fine. They're just fine.
it's true. Yeah, they're still a success, right? But it just wiped a bunch off the market cap. What's up, bro?
Dude, he even prefaced it by saying, like, I don't think anyone's gonna care. Like, he was like, yeah, you DJs probably won't care. You'll probably still
Disclaimer.
pump this. But I'm just gonna fuck you guys over anyway.
Nuke
It's
the whole
like in high school, bro.
whole
It's like in high school. High school, you could see like some of your classmates doing some bad shit in the corner, and you go tell the teacher, like, yeah, you might be doing the right thing, but everyone in class ain't gonna like you very much. It's not gonna be very fun.
But didn't he have like big beef with Machi brother, and then they settled? Wasn't that a thing?
Yeah,
So many
okay, so he had like
crazy
yeah, I don't know what
things
was going
happening
on
at
there.
the end.
Yeah, there was like some big lawsuit or so. Fuck, man, I try not to get too tapped into it, because it's just like I'd
Just the
rather
man
just
in
be
me
focused
doesn't
on
like
making
snitches.
money.
That's all. The man in me doesn't like snitches. That's all it is with me. Probably doing the right thing.
Whatever. But yeah, so where are you at right now, Pavel? Where are you at in the world?
Istanbul at Def Connect, man. I love
What?
the place. Yeah, it's amazing. So
You're in
like super
Istanbul?
bullish.
Fuck.
Yeah, super bullish. There's like a lot of good chatter. I'm sure everybody's seen OKX doing things with Polygon. That was big in the news. ZK Sync is, I think every second party is sponsored by ZK Sync. So maybe or maybe not they're dropping a coin, don't know, but it looks like they may be dropping a coin, and because they're everywhere and really good dudes. Everybody's super approachable, good dudes at Linea, Arbitrum, pretty much everybody's here, all of the kind of L1s and L2s, and it's just like overall good vibes, right? So it's the devs, people have been building, now people are showing some of this stuff, and it's good. It's really good. Gaming seems to be like, I was at an event today with IOSG, and it was all gaming focused. So there's a lot of, I think gaming is going to be big in the next bull run. And then cross chain. I don't know if you guys seen, like, ICP as of yesterday really started to push the cross-chain narrative. And like there's also the whole IBC stuff, right? The inter-blockchain communication. So that's also kind of coming up pretty big. So yeah, it's good. Like I'm super positive. I don't know whether we're gonna have, crazy 2,000, 3,000 X's because we don't have the helicopter money, but from like the tech perspective, a lot of people build a lot of cool stuff. So it's
So
I'm
you're
like
bullish.
super excited. Yeah, for sure, man.
You're bullish, huh?
So you
Dude,
ZK
you
Sync is everywhere,
gotta
huh? Are they pushing real hard over there? ZK Sync?
Yeah. Very hard. Very, very hard. And they got a good ecosystem. They got a ton of people. They really kind of trying to decentralize things, right? They like Matter Labs doesn't even own the protocol anymore. I think they gave it to Deprater to manage. And that's, it's the way it should be. And then also the fact that Polygon is doing a lot of the ZK stuff, and the OKX chain is going to be based on the Polygon SDK is super bullish.
Yeah, so there's a lot of L2s, and like a lot of these protocols are gearing up for the next bull run. So what you're gonna see is like these mini ecosystems forming on different chains that have like been building through the bear. Yeah, is that your kind of
Yeah,
thesis?
yeah. And if I was building anything, I'd build bridges right now between the L2s. Just saying.
Yeah, smart.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Actually, any of you guys out there that are like straight shitcoiners that haven't really dabbled, Pablo's a good guy to follow. He knows a lot in the space, and there's a lot of plays right now that no one's really looking at, like all these L2s and stuff that are going to be popping off this bull run that you can make some serious gains, and they're a lot safer than a lot of these shitcoins you're throwing money into. Like it might be smart to take 10-20% of your money and like go invest into some of these layer 2s that are popping off, because one of them are going to be the winner, right? And there's going to be some major money to be made.
yeah. It's just good to diversify. I think, right? Like it's always like and me saying this it's funny because I'm so heavy into shit coins, but I have been thinking about like diversifying into like top 200 coins that I'm like, obviously you got to do a little bit more due diligence and like a little bit more research on those ones, but like those will run, right? The top 200 are gonna fucking run, and there's gonna be new ones that come up too. So keep an eye on those ones.
And I know you psychos out there, like when we're talking about holding, it's like we're not talking about like a week, like a long time in meme coins. I'm talking like wait for the bull run, like
Eons.
buy it and just sit
You
back,
gotta
chill
hold
out.
for eons.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
No,
3 months.
like a few
Poly has been
months.
running. Yeah, Poly has been running quite well in the past few days, and it's understandable because of the OKX announcement. And like everything else, right? Like I think base is going to be a very interesting play. I know a bunch of teams that are building on base, and most probably there's going to be a token. Layer 0 is going to have a token, right? So it's pretty obvious now. I mean, they've had a page on Binance for months now. So, and like a lot of people have been doing a lot of airdrop farming, so I think that's going to pay off massively. Like I met a guy who's like he's got like 350 wallets, and he's like harvesting like
Jesus.
fuck. But good
He's
for
I
probably,
you.
probably
mean,
You
gonna
got to
get
do
paid though.
something, you know.
yeah, he makes some money for
Yeah,
sure.
fucking, he's putting in the work now, bro, because he sees it, right?
So
But like,
speaking of
imagine like you do all that and it doesn't. Go ahead, bro. Sorry.
so speaking of OKX, before we leave that topic, did you see who got a partnership with them?
Who got it? Who got a partnership with them?
TMOS.
What? How did
TMOS
that
is
happen?
a partner of, or he says that OKX is one of his partners, or I've partnered with OKX, and he's done.
But that
several
could mean a lot of things. That could mean like just something real minor where he puts his name on their website or something. It doesn't mean it's like a major
Bro, but
partnership.
think about
It could
this
be,
though.
I
Like,
highly doubt it's major, but it's still
yeah, it
ironic
could be.
that like all people that got a centralized exchange, to do business with them, TMOS.
that's
Yeah.
crazy though.
Hey man,
That's crazy though. Didn't he sell his ape and then he keeps the picture instead? Like, isn't that
Yes,
what? Wow. Yeah. So that's crazy.
he cycled through a couple other apes as well. Like he's a trader for sure.
Yeah. What's up, Stecky? We got my boy Stecky Steck up here. What's happening,
what
bro?
up, Stack? What's going
Yo,
on, player?
whoa, what is this? What did I come into? Holy moly.
Came into the fucking thunder pit, bro. Like you're in
Oh
the
man,
you're in the war zone
Dude, I
right
feel
now.
naked, man.
we
This
degenerate.
is
Yeah, man.
during the day, bright and early, and I'm in here degening with you guys.
We're just a bunch of this early birds, bro. We're a bunch of early birds over here.
We're late birds and early birds now? Fuck, man. There
Yeah,
really
man.
is no sleep season, eh?
Yep.
We're the back.
I mean,
We're
I
the
slept.
backbirds.
The last 2 days I slept in, I lost out on a couple good plays. Now I'm cutting my sleep back like 80%.
Bro, dude, I had a cooker today and I missed it because I had a doctor's appointment and it's cooking. Fuck.
It's like I say, man. Like the bull run is great for your wallet, but horrible for your health.
Oh, facts.
It's like it just switches. Like when the bull run hits, you don't have time for anything else.
Hey, I got 2.5 hours on the mats like yesterday, last night. So, I mean, you got to make room for it.
So when do you
Yeah, that's
guys
good.
think the bull run is actually going to come in? You think it's going to be next year, early next year, middle
Maybe
next
like
year, at the end of next year?
3-4 years probably.
I'd
3-4
say about
years.
4 or 5 years, maybe.
No.
So it's coming in 4 or 5 years.
It's
No,
coming
six or
within the next
7, 6 or
decade.
7.
Whenever there's next COVID, so we got the
Yeah.
helicopter money. That's when it's coming.
Yeah, right. That's true. How
I
you
mean,
guys
honestly,
doing?
honest answer, it's gonna be the exact same shit that it always is. It's gonna be the halving, and then you're gonna have a few months, and then the bull run's gonna really ramp up, and it's gonna do the same thing it always does every single cycle.
It's funny because I've read somewhere, I don't know where it was. I know it was in Twitter somewhere that someone posted that the bull run is not going to be like the previous bull run. It's going to be something totally different.
That's what they always say.
So, what do you guys think when it says different? Like, what do you guys think that the bull run
Well,
is actually going to
Well,
consist
this time
of
we get rich.
that
That's
was
the only difference.
different?
This time we get rich.
yeah. Here's the thing. I think that every bull run's a little bit different. Like it can't be exactly the same, but they definitely rhyme. And if you don't think that we're gonna go parabolic, that's absolutely bullshit. Like it happens every single time because human nature, people can't help but to FOMO, and people when the flock and the herd is headed in a direction and everyone can feel that energy, like they can't help but jump in, right? Like that's just what the way it works, right? So like I actually think that it's going to be bigger than ever because there's more people exposed to crypto, more people understand that it's a real thing at this point. So i just think I just think that we're in uncharted territory. I think that it's bigger than it's ever been.
The shift in the consciousness as well, right? Like you got to think that last time the radical extreme coin was Doge, and this time, it could be Pepe or $ Bitcoin, whatever else, right? Like that in itself just shows that things are accelerating, and likely the numbers are going to accelerate with it. The people here will
Like let's
ramp up.
just say like the bull run doesn't do what we all think it's going to do, and let's just say that it does exactly what it did the last run. That's all we need. Like if it were to just go back to the heights it was at, I would be completely fine with that. Like that would be
Oh
plenty.
fuck yeah! Especially with all the experience that we have to know, like, to not fucking subject ourselves to 95% of the bullshit.
It's very true. But I actually think it's going to be way crazier than we ever imagined.
It always is.
It's going to be stuff, and it'll always be stuff that you're not thinking of too. Like there's always something that surprises you, like some kind of like new area, like in the industry that pops up, right? Like
Like hamster
NFTs
racing.
were a big part of the last bull run. They brought in so many new people, but like if you would have told me in 2017 that NFTs were going to be like such a major thing that would kind of change crypto culture, for on the whole. I mean, look at us all. We have NFT PFPs on, right? So like it changed kind of the culture and the way people interacted and the type of people that came into the space. But like I wouldn't have guessed that in 2017. No way.
Yeah,
Like,
it's always
you know
something
what
you
I mean?
don't see
Like,
coming. But I'll tell you what it always is that makes the most money. It's some iteration of an ICO. They find new ways to respin the ICO and get everyone's money, and that will happen again.
well, I mean, yeah, I mean, but that's the beauty of it, right? Like crowdfunding is actually a cool thing on blockchains, right? Like the fact that you can do that. It's yeah, maybe there's shady practices and like bad ICOs, but like the fact that people don't need anybody and like literally there's permissionless blockchains where people can crowdfund just if they have enough social influence or they have enough people that believe or they have a belief system. That's actually cool within itself, right? Because you couldn't do that before.
I love it.
What's up, Roman? What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I was just gonna add, like, do you guys think that real world assets like will become a thing for the next bull run?
I think so. I think synthetics of that.
Yeah, obviously synthetics. Yeah, like it's a good overlap with NFTs and the tokens, so maybe that part will blow. I don't know.
I think so.
What it won't be? Yeah, you know what it won't be? It won't be metaverse land sales.
Yeah.
maybe not. Who knows?
Maybe
I
it
actually,
will go together with the real world assets. Like, for example, if you buy like an apartment in a building somewhere, maybe it will also be represented in the metaverse as well. I don't know.
You guys know it's all headed towards the adult industry, bro. Like everything always does. That's all that's going to happen. It's just going to be the porn industry taking over.
But you lose your seed phrase and you're homeless, like you're locked out of your apartment.
someone just takes here, someone hacks you, and then they get to walk inside your house.
Yeah, they get to live in your house with your family.
Pinky, by that definition, you just, if you fuck up, it's just going to be dicks. That's it.
Yeah. Dude, it's going to be, it's always the kind of the same thing, but they just spin it. Like they just spin it. I think the metaverse land sales was a big one. I remember how crazy that was, man. Like metaverse was the key word for a solid year and a half, maybe 2 years.
We had a
I mean,
1 by
it-
1
big.
that border.
I think it still is going to be. I think that what happened is it kind of got some of the kinks out, and I think there will be some cool metaverse stuff. I don't think it's dead, but I think that people are like understanding, like will understand it for what it is going to be. Like, there's always these buzzwords, man, and it's just
sandbox to be like an enjoyable, entertaining enough of an experience for the valuations that we put on it or anywhere close, right? So we had a 1 by 1 that bordered Bored Ape 6x6 and Dingalings. It's now Look Rare's 12 by 12. We paid like 2 ETH for it, the real estates, or like 14 of us, including Economist, Swicky, whoever the fuck else, Benjamin, and Economist was the one who kind of like vaulted it and was managing it for us. And he said at one point there was a valuation of 120 ETH on it because it was Bored Ape peak, right? Like everything was Bored Apes. 120 ETH on our 1 by 1, and we didn't take it. I don't even think you can get like an ETH for that now.
Jeez. Yeah, man. I remember looking at my NFT portfolio and I was like, I'm literally sitting on like 45 Mona Lisas right now. I'm getting offers left and right.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what though, like, one thing that gave me a lot of like hope in the like NFTs and that kind of area of the industry is when I was at 8th Fest recently, and just seeing, like, I know there was a lot of like bullshit online where people were like, "Oh, I got blinded," but it wasn't that bad, bro. Like maybe a couple people had some irritated eyes or something. It wasn't anything crazy. But I'll tell you what they did do was they took over a whole city, and that was pretty damn cool. I was in Hong Kong, and just the coolest part about it was we were just literally all we had was like apes were together, and we were just all over the city that nobody really knew, and it was just the whole time it was just an adventure, right? Like that was pretty fucking cool, right? We're in this foreign country, and then they literally had like they did cool shit, like they had a happy hour, but they did it in 4 different places at the same time, so it forced you, and they did it randomly, so it forced you to meet other apes, but it was really cool because they did it all at the same time, and they were all in like these sick areas, like top of buildings, and it was really dope, and it was like open bar and all this cool shit, and the way they did it was there were so many venues and so many activities every single day going on nonstop. It's literally like they took over the whole city. So like I thought it was one of the coolest things I've ever been to. So that made me for like the NFT space.
Yeah, that's the thing about NFTs, right? Like the whole thing behind it was, the basically being part of these clubs, and then they do all these real life events. It's a big reason why the metaverse sucks, because it just fucking sucks in the metaverse. It's not that fun. Like it's way more it's way more fun to actually go to do shit.
With metaverse, wasn't that like a trend for a while, and then I don't know what happened, it died out,
Yeah, you're
or
just a
I don't
blocky
even.
guy walking around, just looking at other blocky girls, and you just walk past them, and then you can't even touch them. Sucks.
Can we
I
not
kind of
mention
like
metaverse?
that stuff, bro. I think it's fun.
You
Can we
can't
not
even touch
mention
them.
that word? It's
I
the
don't
word
think
that
it's that bad.
it's bad, man.
Yeah. Let me catch you. I'll hit you up on Sandbox later. We'll go play a game.
Dude, don't say that word, sandbox, man. Dude, I was about to drop, I think 300 grand, this giant plot of land next to, like, I think it was Snoop Dogg's land or Adidas or some shit, and I was like, because I did well. I get on Sandcoin, but dude, I dodged a bullet there. But I mean, I still lost a fuck ton of money on Sandbox land.
Yeah.
That was
I mean,
worse.
300K, you can get a pretty nice real house.
Yep. Pinky. Let's move on from metaverse. The word metaverse might as well be Voldemort at this point.
Yeah.
Bro,
I'm excited to see
Becky,
now
are
the
you
next
still
one.
holding that husband coin, bro? I'm wrecked on that shit, bro.
Wrecked,
I'm
man.
wrecked so hard on
Top.
that shit
I
right
think I
now.
was like a top 5 hole. I put 5 ETH into that shit, bro.
Me too, bro. I'm pretty wrecked. I'm about right there with
Got
you.
wrecked there. Got wrecked on some other things, but
You know what you
what
do,
I-
man. You like when you're feeling like you're getting wrecked all the time with these big, like putting big amounts in there. All you're doing is, yeah, you're training yourself. You're training for yourself for when shit pops off to have that mentality, and you're just gonna fucking hit everywhere, bro.
Dude, I
Those
guess I've
5
been
ETH.
training for years now. At this
Yeah, man,
point.
we've been training. We're like Rocky at this point.
No, but you know what I've been noticing, guys, and I've seen it a lot, and people agree with me. A lot of the other KOLs agree with me. This is what I've been seeing. It's those slow mooners, dude, with the utility plays like AI bot, like etc. And the craziest thing, and it goes against all my DGen little kind of spidey senses when I go into TG, and it's literally quiet. Nobody is like saying anything. No one's spamming shit. And I'm like, oh, dude, I need to sell. This shit's like not even. And 1 million goes to 2, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 10 to like same thing happened with Pal. Dude, I was like one of the first people to do spaces with Pal, still have a giant Pal bag. But man, I'm telling you, in the beginning, it was eerily quiet in those TGs. And I think it mooned slowly, and it's just been doing absolutely amazing. That and my vault bag, like those types of projects, man, those have been doing like the best for me, man. Straight up, not meme coins, to be honest.
Yeah, so I'm in a couple utility plays that are killing it too. Like I'm in this one that I really like called Stack AI. I got in. I was telling everyone in my Telegram to buy it at like 100K, and it's at like 1.2 right now, or one or a million. It's had a dip like everything recently, but it just like was a slow climber. It was a slow grinder, and like I got in kind of early, and it hasn't had like this crazy like you don't go in the Telegram and see like people just aping like nonstop and the energy is not as crazy, but they actually are coming out like every other day with some substance like, oh yeah, here, this is what you're going to be able to do. This is how you're going to be able to make money. This is how this is going to benefit you. Right. Like, and the people are like, oh, and then it's just like that slow climb. What's up, Average? What's going on, bro?
Dude, you know what stuck out to me about the Stacked guys when I heard them on that space? They sound like they know how to run a SaaS business. Like they sound like they've been in SaaS before. And that was kind of like one of the things that jumped off the page to me when you hear people that like at least they've been in a technology company before, right? But like the way they spoke, the way they were like acting and taking action, the way they're doing like releases and shipping shit, it seems to me like they've definitely been in a SaaS business before.
Yeah, I'd say it's a pretty crazy concept, huh? That like projects that are actually creating things are going to do better.
Well, what the fuck is the font like? That's all I want to know.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm like, yo, send me the website. Ooh, the website looks good.
Mhm.
Aping. I mean, I agree. Like, Average is absolutely right. Like, a lot of these people are coming into. I guess they could launch some other tech company. It doesn't have to be with crypto, but they decided on crypto. Why? Because they find like a niche kind of place where they can actually build something that can benefit us and give us the tools to be able to trade more efficiently or just to get news quicker. I mean, especially with the AI plays that I've seen. I mean, another unique kind of aspect of these style of tokens or projects and businesses that they're opening up here, like PAL and Vault specifically for me, because I'm in them. I've been able to see how they've been able to market is they release like bot plays and AI that can help other projects that are doing very similar things, and they're able to collaborate and partner really, really quickly and very easily. So they're constant. For instance, like for Vault or PAL, like same marketing style you see on their timeline. Oh, partnered with something AI, or partnered with this, and partnered with this community. Like every single day, they're rolling out, and they're able to get exposure with that community, and they're kind of just a tight knit crew that supports one another. They're not like, oh, this ticker is a derivative. Oh, this ticker stole this product stole our thing. Blah blah. Like, no, like they're actually trying to usher in together by partnering like everyone together to get more eyes on each other within the same niche. And I think that's absolutely brilliant. It's a great strategy. But again, I urge you guys again, like Not paid from Vault, not paid from PAL. Just straight up telling you guys, like, look at the way that they market on their timelines. It's cohesive. It's smart. I mean, they're doing very well. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Bro, Pal
Yeah.
just got a 200K investment from Google Cloud. You can't get like a better endorsement than that, you know?
What are they
Oh,
at
yeah,
right now? What's the market
and
cap?
Nvidia. I think they just partnered with Nvidia on something too. So
What's the market cap?
It's pretty it's high for like our degenerate brains, but it's low, I think, comparatively speak. Like, I think Pal's definitely $1 billion project this cycle. Not financial advice, by the way, but
Yep.
it's definitely $1 billion project.
130 total market cap, 130 mil, and then I think they're almost at 100 mil market cap.
Oh, that's dope.
But
All right, boys and girls, thanks for having me. I'm gonna switch off.
All right, Pablo.
bro.
Good to talk to you, brother.
Good night.
what I will say is a little bit of alpha. I believe the same marketing team is helping Vault. I believe Vault's sitting at like a $10 million market cap.
Really?
Yeah, so I would take a look at Vault if you want more of, like, again, for me, again, this is just my opinion. If you guys want to take a look at it, like, great, please take a look at it. It's something that I have high conviction in, but for me, Vault has legs. I mean, it's exactly, a mimic almost of what I see in PAL. And I personally have been loading up, especially because all this bull run sentiment, on projects that I feel like that will absolutely soar and do very, very well in a safe way, moving into this bull run, especially like the utility plays. And the dev at Vault is Mason, and they're doxed, fully doxed, running AMAs constantly. They had one earlier this morning with Pal. So Vault's a huge play that I have in kind of my vault, quote unquote. And so, it's definitely something to look at. Besides meme, obviously we love meme coins. We're degens. I'm always going to be degening meme coins, but it's always good to diversify in the plays that you think will do very well here in the bull run.
Yeah,
I
sure.
agree with that, man.
I changed my strategy up a little bit last night. So I sat down and I really started to think about, what's going on in crypto and what's working and what's not working. So here's what I did. I sold all my positions and I went and followed Gary Gensler, Elizabeth Warren, because if Gary can pump FTX coin like he did the other day, like, I just need to be following Gary's calls. And I'm going to just start advising like all crypto projects to pay Gary Gensler to pump their project. Like, that's the only influencer they need, right?
Bro, what if Gary Gensler became the reverse Kramer? Like he became the Kramer. Like whenever the SEC goes at a coin, like the crypto, like instead of everyone nuking their bags, everyone just starts pumping it. Like that would be so funny.
I think this bull run's gonna have. I think the last bull run, like the emergence of all these gaming, like this Web3 gaming projects, but no one really did it right. Like none of them really like executed properly. I think we're gonna see some gaming companies execute properly in the bull run. And I think gaming is going to take a huge market share too in the crypto space.
I think a lot of people are bullish on gaming.
I think they're going to do it right. It's like there's a lot of like kinks you got to work out, right? Like with blockchain and integrating it and making it actually work correctly. Where people, because like gaming people don't really fuck with crypto a lot, and most crypto people don't really game for the most part. So you got to find a way to make it work together.
Bro. There's a lot of gamers in crypto.
No, you'd think so. I mean, obviously there is, but not like you would think, right? You'd think it'd be like a seamless transition for everyone, right?
There's a lot of
I know because I'm building a game, right? Like we know we have a game coming out. There's a lot of things that like people, just kind of expect with gaming kind of moving over to crypto, and it's like on its way, and there's a lot of development going on. But I think this bull run is when we're going to actually see some of these gaming companies start really like hitting the nail on the head.
Sick, by the way, what you're developing, Pinky. And you don't talk like Pinky's not the guy that gets up here and like shills his projects and shit to people ever. He never freaking talks about it. But like Pinky shared the beta to his game with me like months ago, and it's fucking savage.
Yeah, it's we actually have. I'm actually going to do a space on it with Saf and kind of give everyone kind of first dibs on access. But it's pretty crazy, man. And we have something big coming in like December 1st, and we're going to be giving away a bunch of money and things too for everybody to get involved. But I'll let you guys know a little sooner, and I'll have some like some materials for everyone to look at.
Talking about, why don't you let people know like what, like I know about it, but just give people like what chain and like what you guys are doing.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Binance Smart Chain. It's
mainly because of, we're getting a lot of support from them, like direct support, and also, the fees, right? Like to use the game, we want to make it affordable for everybody and be able to actually use it. Like ETH would be amazing, but good luck trying to do a game on ETH, bro. That shit, you'd be a fucking billionaire to do anything.
Yo, so you're telling me Coco, Pinky, Average, all freaking probably Chris now. All y'all know about this project except me. And
Nah.
Coco Pinky always hanging out in LA near me and never hitting me up. I see.
No.
See.
This
I'm gonna
is
fund the shit out of Pinky. I'm just kidding.
dude. We've been like the team that I've been working with. We've been on this for like 3 years, man. Like this has been like a in the works thing, and it's coming together, man. Like it's been a pretty crazy journey, and I'm gonna let everyone know a little more about it once I have some materials for everyone to look at. And obviously, Saft and everybody in the crew is gonna have first dibs on everything, right? But yeah,
I
it's
think
gonna be dope, man. It's called Scar Quest. You can actually
Pinky.
check it
So
out.
let's set up a time. Let me hear about it. Little one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear
100%,
about it.
man.
But
For
what I
sure,
will
bro.
say is you're spot on. Again, I think it's good timing with the other side. Obviously, we know that it's a huge kind of ambitious play to really start onboarding gamers because, guys, it's actually a thing. A lot of real professional gamers or gamers that are huge, into that scene, they actually for the longest time really abhorred crypto. They did not like crypto. It was an actual thing. So a lot of us do play games. I'm a huge gamer. I used to be a semi-pro myself, but talking to a lot of other gamers, they definitely were very much so against and abhorrent of crypto. But I think with the ushering of the other side, with Pinky developing games and games being more, I guess, slowly but surely introduced into the space. I think it's only a matter of time. You see it with when we were playing, the sewer game, right? Who were the top dogs that were making hella bread, getting the first place prizes, etc. It was professional gamers. I think that was kind of the era where we started to see gamers start to kind of, accept into their mindset, Web3. So I think this is a great fit for it. Right now we started seeing a lot of AI, but I do think in this next bull run, you're right, gaming is definitely going to be one of the top hot topics.
Yeah, the gaming industry is so massive. Like it's so untapped when it comes to the crypto space. Like, billions and billions and billions of dollars. And then like once those gamers figure out, like, hold up, I can go and make a lot of money over here doing this. Like it's going to be pretty enticing.
We got Tiki Khan. What's up, man? Welcome.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Glad to see you guys putting these spaces up more frequently, charging up for the bull market. Yeah, no, just listening to the gaming thing, 100% right. What I was, who was just speaking about? There has been that conflict. A lot of hardcore gamers kind of laugh at Web3, and they just say the quality of the games just aren't there, and it's just like they don't want to see it. But I think it's going there, right? It's the cat's out of the bag, and gaming is going to go crypto. There's no way around it. And I think in this coming market is when we're going to see actually games that are at the same quality as the basically Web2 games, hence ScarQuest. So yeah, super exciting. But yeah, I'm just kind of like lurking and listening. So I'll pop in and out.
Another thing when it comes to Web3 gaming is I think there's actually going to be almost like Ready Player One type of PvP where there's real stakes. If you have, items and whatever currency that can be swapped for ETH, like you can get robbed in the game by someone who is just more prepared. I think that is going to revolutionize the like just how we think about gaming because it isn't gaming anymore. There's real world stakes in a gaming world.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
player versus player, man. It's a lot of the games like GTA 6 or GTA 5 and those role playing servers give a pretty much the closest type of scenario without it being real life money, right? But you still got to build your empire within that game and it's all saved. But yeah, when you add that like player versus player aspect, that's real life currency. I mean, a lot of problems can be caused. But finding that maybe cool down periods or whatever the case is that give you a little bit of a balance, I think is going to be crucial to continuing to have a player base. I mean, if someone's getting griefed and ganked by, an unwinnable situation over and over, why would they continue playing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you also you need headsets too, so you can really tease the person. You got to make sure
Yeah,
you
you
can
can yell
really
at them.
dig it in.
No, but I mean, Pinky, you're a gamer, right? Chris is totally right. I mean, he used the word ganked, and I just like literally had trauma go through my head.
Yeah,
But what I mean, my point is like you have games like RuneScape, right? Like people found ways to be able to make actual money by RuneScape. You can go on a website, say, "Hey, I want to buy a bunch of fucking gold." You go to a certain place, they meet you somewhere in a different world, and then they give you the fucking gold that you paid for. The same thing with
We've been doing
Counter
that ever
Strike.
since EverQuest.
Yeah,
Exactly, Counter Strike, you name it. I mean, even Diablo, your World of Warcraft. People were smart. They figured out a way to monetize it, but it wasn't necessarily a legitimate way to go about things. But again, with cryptocurrency, with blockchain technology, et cetera, it allows developers to really make it an actual aspect that revolves around their ecosystem.
Yeah, the only thing is though is like the new element is that it's like player versus player or whatever the case is for you to generate that through the game. So it's like if you're adding these elements where there's no way that someone could kill the gold farmer that is trading you that gold and get that gold before it hits your hands, right? But now it's like if you're taking something from somebody in the game and it's worth currency, like you're gonna always run the best builds. There's gonna be a lot of balancing when it comes to if it's character based or whatever the scenario is. It's gonna if somebody can exploit, then you're in big, then you're having big troubles.
You bring up a
Yeah.
really interesting point, which is scalability versus digital scarcity. Because digital scarcity, of course, is going to have a premium on those assets. If I can flex something like armor or a helmet or some sort of sword, and you kill me, and I don't lose my character, but I lose everything that you're able to take off of it as assets that you can sell, and I respawn with nothing. Like, I wonder if we will get to that point where it's that cutthroat, that aggressive, that high stake.
100%, 100%
That's
will go there.
fucking insane.
Well, I mean, they do that already, bro. It's like remember the little betting telegrams? You could just go head to head. You can do that on Meta.
Hey, but the thing is, like, if the people want it and the demand's there, give it to them, right? Like, if that's what people want, and it's your choice to play those type of games, and we're all fucking shitcoiners, bro. We're masochists. We love it. We will be the first ones on those games, bro. I would be on that.
Pinky, has anyone here played RuneScape or Diablo back in the day at
Yeah,
all?
bro.
Okay,
Original party
so
hat days with
it's
Santa hats, all
literally
that.
it's literally the wildy. You go to the wildy. Anyone that PK'd, anyone that went PvP, like you had a skull on your head, you died, you lost all your shit. Like it's
Yeah,
been
there's like that now with games out that are there's games out like that right now. But the thing is, like you got to think if you're putting like $500 on your outfit. I don't know. It's just there's an element that's different. Like you don't know if the person's hacking. You don't know if what build they're running. There's a lot of things that I think balance. It's just all gonna be balance. Maybe you get rakebacks or something of a coin. Something like that.
So, hey, Chris, why don't you talk a little bit about what you guys are doing at Metatope for like how that can like go into like Web3 gaming and stuff, and how that can like kind of cross over.
Well, sure, man. So basically, like we're just the interoperability. We're not building our own metaverse, but we're creating that roadway between metaverses to games and other type of applications. So with our tech, we build a mocap like mobile application where I can turn you into an avatar, whether it's a face filter or full body. And that's really what no one has done before is this full body avatar. But that's from a mobile phone. But then take that same avatar and be able to go into a Zoom meeting or take it into a video game. Let's say and if it's a Web3 or Web2, it really doesn't matter because it's all built off 3D models. But the idea is taking something from like one of those games, like a first person shooter, and go hang out in RPG. Let's say you have a collection like the Bored Apes or the Utes, and all those models are built out, and that being the asset. I mean, now we're able to scale and monetize these PFPs. So the idea is take a PFP, make it a full body, and then make it game ready so that it's optimized for both mobile and PC, and that would cover pretty much 90% of the spectrum that we all want to do. And I mean, Stecky, if you could play as your Bored Ape and win semi-pro championships on Counter-Strike and then go hang out on the other side. Be pretty dope to show off the different cosmetics, that are given on one that aren't shared to the others, and that's the current Web2 meta.
Ready Player One, man. It's exactly, when they're in there gaming against each other. I mean, there's
Yeah, that's the reason we did the mobile side of it too. Is like we want people to get outside as well as stay inside the play. I mean, that's the Ready Player One. The whole aspect of just sitting in your basement every day, or throwing on this bodysuit and having to be an avatar that way. It's kind of like the opposite of what we want to do. We want people to be able to markerless motion capture themselves into anything, create that content outside, and in the future, with a social platform we'll launch, you'll have like similar to like a Pokemon Go kind of situation where we'll incentivize people to go outside and create content.
Love that, man. Absolutely.
I've seen what you guys have done over there, Metatub. You guys are far along too. Like that's not just like an idea. You guys are like gearing up to launch soon.
Yeah, about over 2 years of development. I mean, fully self-funded from Jordan and Intermedia Ventures, which is our parent company. But that's another arm that we kind of a big story. But this parent company of ours is the largest direct response ad agency for OTC and linear TV. So basically, they'll connect brands with like the influencers. So we have data. We have all these different ways that are proven from last 49 years, 50 years of them in existence that we're going to be able to use to target the Web2 audience properly, and give them an experience that they're used to, which is going on to Instagram, going on to TikTok, all these ways. And now you're just going to be able to do it as an avatar. And that should open the door to a lot of people that are camera shy or want to create content and are gifted, but don't have the opportunity to look like they want.
Yeah, I think that what we're seeing now is we're seeing kind of the beginnings of a lot of people that have spent the past couple of years just building in the gaming Web3 space. And I think you're going to see a ramp up, right? I think you're going to see I think a lot of people have just been biding their time, working in the shadows, building up a lot of stuff, building these little communities that follow them, that are really passionate about them. And I think that they understand that they want to go with the tide, because it's so much easier to be successful in a crypto space when the market is good rather than when everyone's depressed in a bear market, right? So like they always say, build in the bear. And now what we're seeing is we're kind of coming out of that bear, and there's a lot of work that's been done, right? There's a lot of shit that people don't even realize is coming out soon, because it has been a couple years. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting. What's up, Nix? What's going on, man? Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Yes, I'll just do a quick introduction. I am Nix. I'm one of 3 co-founders of Pikamu. What we've done is we've built a play-to-earn NFT game with rewards and utility. So I hope you're ready for what I'm about to tell you. Kiviro Games, one of the largest games companies, are building the Pikaverse. Yes, that is Pikamu. They helped build Fortnite, worked with EA Electronics, Lucasfilm, more well known as Star Wars. I'm a fully doxed, I'm the founder, and I go out and meet our investors and create a system on YouTube where I show alpha firsthand in person, as it's not done before, because who is doing that in the space? If you guys want, what I can do is I can grab a tweet that they've got and pin it to the top as well. We have over 13,000 plus holders. The number's growing every day. We're the fastest growing Web3 project, I believe, in the space. We have our beta battle arena going live on Google Play Store and App Store in around about 2 weeks. We have over 24,000 plus Twitter followers. And that's not just a community. We are actually a family. Like everybody in our Telegram is helping each other. When beginners come into our team, I actually guide them in the correct way. I don't turn them away. If somebody wants to know about a project, I will help them, because in a bear market, if we can believe and we can actually bring people into the space now, how many more people are going to be happy to be in the crypto during a bull market? And I know so many people here have been burnt by terrible projects. So this is something that we really want to do. We have like gym chats, crypto news. So you can join the Discord and Telegram. We also are launching on tier 1 exchanges from day one. We have everyone biting at the bit. I have pretty much every single crypto big influencer in my DMs at the moment, because what we're doing is we've raised 4.2 million in funds without a VC. We are the first fully backed community project I've ever seen in crypto, and we're giving all of our NFTs away for free. So what you've done is you buy your Pika, we give you an NFT, and then with that NFT you earn in-game. And the reason we're doing this is because we do not want to lock up your funds. We want you to have control. And this is something that I want and believe in. We only have 20% of our pre-sale left. We are in the final phase, and as soon as the
All right. I didn't know that you were gonna shill a pre-sale,
He
bro.
didn't lube it. He didn't even lube us up,
But yeah,
Coco.
like
Holy shit.
sorry, man. You gotta let me know you're gonna shill a pre-sale, bro. Like you just came up. I thought you were just coming up to talk, man. Yeah, I would have to take a look at your project before I let you do that. So I'm gonna rotate a couple people out of here real quick. I appreciate you coming up and letting us.
Yeah, hey guys, if you guys have like a project that you
Yeah.
want to shill or whatever, like we're gonna do a space where we actually bring up projects to talk about. And all we ask is that you give out some coins or something to the audience when we do that, and we'll bring you up, dude. Nix, we'll have you up so you can talk about your game. We'll take a look at it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
as long as you just give something out to the crowd, like you said, some NFTs, some coins, some money, whatever. We're gonna have an entire space dedicated to that. So anybody out there that's trying to come up to shill, just like DM one of us, and we'll get you
Yeah,
on
so
that space.
I'm rotating some people out because I got a bunch of people coming up asking for requests. So like, appreciate everyone coming up. I had to rotate like 2 or 3 people out. So yeah, if you want to come up later, just let me know. Let me get value up here. Hold on.
You got to watch out for the British
I
accent.
know, man.
You gotta watch out for the script.
Bro, they sound so goddamn smart. Like
I
you
was
just listen to
mesmerized
every.
for a second, and then I realized, oh, wait, what's going on
Yeah,
here, man?
yeah. That was the good English
Bro, he
script.
just came in and like he had a pre-sale going. I didn't know he had a pre-sale going. As soon as I heard pre-sale, I was like, all right,
What up, guys?
hold on.
Am I late to the
What's up?
infomercial, or am I here? Did I make it?
I kind of wanted. I was like, damn, I like this guy a lot.
Hey,
Man.
but you know what? We let him go a solid like 30 seconds longer than we should
But I
have.
didn't know he had a pre-sale, bro. Like as soon as he said
It's
that
like,
it's
hey,
pre-sale, I was
hey,
like,
how you
oh, wait,
doing?
hold
How
up.
you doing today? Oh, hey, have you heard about my project? This is my pre-sale. How you doing, man? Like not even.
Wait, is that
Did he
Elon?
even
Hey,
say?
can't knock him
Did he
for
even say
trying,
hi?
bro. You gotta hand it to him.
Is that the Elon in Web3 that just came up?
Yeah,
I
bro.
wish,
Dude,
man.
we're blessed with his presence right
I
now.
mean,
It's very
here's the
rare.
thing, guys. Here's the thing. Everyone do their own research. Like, if you were interested in that, definitely take a look at it and make sure you do your own research before you invest in that. I'm not telling you guys to invest in it because I have never heard of the project before. I don't know that guy. He just came up, and we're pretty nice here. I just literally just let people come up and speak.
Yeah, that was a hard sell. It
Yeah.
started with a little trickle, and then it was the frickin' fire hose straight to the hard sell. Yeah.
Exactly. So, like, yeah, if anyone was interested in that, make sure you do your own research because I do not know that guy from Adam. So
It's funny because it's like most of the time when you're doing a show like that, you get cut off sooner. And I think he started to get excited because he's like, oh fuck, they're letting me go. So then he revved it up towards the end.
Dude, I'm telling you, the
Not his
British,
first
British
radio.
accent gets you like another minute and 30 seconds, bro.
Can't knock him though, man. You got to get out there and show your stuff, man. I
My
get it.
favorite part was the first 5 seconds. He's like, and here we go. This is the newest thing.
Man.
That's
Anyways,
crazy.
man.
That's crazy. So yeah, that was pretty funny because I actually was like kind of interested in what he was saying at first. I was like, oh, okay, wow, you got this man. At our pre-sale, I was like, oh, mute. I had to mute it real quick because I didn't know,
Hit him
you
with
know.
that pre.
But
We
where
got
he
And there were like
Xbox. We got
500
Amazon
people that
Prime.
requested the
where he
space.
did
And they're
mess
like,
up,
okay, I'm
where
not
he did
going up.
mess up was he could have put a link in the jumbotron, and he didn't do that. So I give him like a
Damn.
7 out of 10 for that shill, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was reading from a script. He couldn't like push the buttons at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's see. What do we got?
I just want to get so fucking rich next to the bull run.
You want to get rich?
I just want to get like stupid fucking rich where I'm like literally just tipping everybody hundreds, no matter what it is.
We need a dollar figure goal for everybody to be striving for. Like, what is the stack size dollar value that we should all be reaching for?
Like a realistic one or just one in my imagination?
I mean, I guess partial realistic and partially completely unrealistic, but maybe possible.
$1 billion.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty unreal.
What do you
Everybody,
mean?
let's be billionaires. All billionaires.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, everybody should strive for
possible.
$1 million, right? Like, if you don't, everyone should strive to make $1 million, and 10x that if you get real good, real lucky.
I think the 10 million mark is like that kind of achievable where you're like, if I could reach there, like I think most people would agree that they could pretty much do whatever they want, and you can get lucky and get there if you hit 1,000 or 2,000 Xer and you just happen to put $10,000 or whatever in. It's like it will happen, but it's also kind of like a pretty big dollar figure where it's like, damn.
Well,
I
like
mean,
when people say like a 200, 300, 5 or 5,000 extra, it's like you would literally have to put the money in and not cash out on the way up, though. That's the thing, right? It's like who really gets to that 10,000 X or that 1,000 X? By the time you get there, you're down to like 10 coins.
I mean, the 10 million number, I think, is that's difficult to measure, right? Because like you gotta like Coco, how many times do you spend $10 million a week, bro?
It's true. It's true.
Bro, I knew that was coming from you. Bro. I knew that was coming from you, bro. No,
Yeah, man.
dude, I think we all should strive for just like a mil. Like it
Oh
sounds
yeah.
crazy. Like people are probably laughing at me, like, bro, yeah, it must be nice. But no, but you can do it, bro. Like honestly, like let's say you've got like an ETH or like you've got like 5 ETH or something. Like, dude, there's so many people that have taken like 5 ETH and turned it into $1 million. That shit happens on the regular. That shit is
I've done it.
happening in the bear market. Okay,
I,
so like,
I went from $0 to $1 million in a cycle. I've done it.
yeah,
Yeah, I've gone from 1 million to 0 a cycle.
Oh, yeah, I've done both ways. I've done both ways. Yeah.
Yeah. 6.5 million down to dust in one cycle. Definitely a thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
but
man.
I don't know. 10 million. Look, like if you're here in Florida, first of all, you got to pay half of it if you pay taxes,
Who the
right?
fuck
Which
pays
we all do.
taxes?
Okay. Anyways, assuming we pay taxes, you're giving 40 to the tax man, right? You buy. So are you really left with 6? You buy the car you want. That's like $250,000. All right. Now you have to maintain that car, a house. I mean, in Florida, you can't really get anything crazier than 1 to 2 mil. And that's not that much in Florida. Like you can't get that Miami mansion you want for anything around like 4 to 5. Like, and then you got to maintain that lifestyle. Like, I mean, you're not rich like your dreams with 10 mil. Believe it or not.
I,
So I think 100. I
Well,
think 100 is
it's
the perfect.
depressing.
But that's like saying you're doing absolutely nothing other than buying shit with your money. Like, you know what I mean? I think
Yeah, we're
10
doing
million.
way more. Absolutely.
Like it's like you take half of that and you let it work for you and you sustain. But like, I mean, all you have to do is make 10. Here's what you do: you make $10 million. You stable up at the peak. You let that shit dump down,
Time
and
everything perfect.
yeah,
Yeah.
you time everything perfectly, and then you 10x, 20x your money every single 4 years, bro. Like you
Sounds
have
so
nothing to
fun.
worry about.
I'm just saying, like
I want to know how many round trip millionaires there are here. How many of you guys are round trip millionaires?
your dopamine at 10 mil is it's not gonna be fixed enough. Like you're still gonna be fucked up in the head, and then you're gonna be wanting more. Like it's not enough.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird game we play. Like no matter what you get, you're never happy.
Yeah,
You're always striving for more,
yeah,
regardless of what we say. We always tell ourselves like, no, it's. But inside,
yeah,
you just want more and more.
You know
yeah.
Yeah,
what's
it
funny?
just raise
Like,
the
when
bet
you
all
go
the
to
time. Yeah.
you know what's funny is when you go to like poor countries, like you go to South America, right? Like how fucking happy people are. Like it's so wild.
Dude,
Yeah, I
my
think
family's
I
miserable.
think I saw a podcast of Dan Bilzerian guy. He said like, it sucks when you get really rich because your bar goes up, right? Like your happiness bar, it takes so much more to get there. Like when you're dirt poor, like I've been dirt poor, where I have absolutely nothing, and like a fucking cheeseburger you might as well be $1 million. You know what I mean? It's the
Yeah,
truth.
yeah. Like I'm
It's
dirt
true.
poor now, and being rich is great, dude. Like,
Jesus, stop it.
Yeah, shut up, Valley.
but you
Yeah,
know
bro,
what?
fucking Mr. 10,000 ETH.
You know what? At the end of the day, you keep on grinding, and you just keep building it up. You keep building up the stack, and then you get there with 1,000x.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
It's
missed them
coming.
today.
It's coming, man.
Well,
We
just be
actually
careful of the round tripping, right? Because how many of you guys had huge stacks and then you rode it all the way back down to the bull, and now you're like, okay, I'm going to get it right this time.
Yeah, like nobody does it right the first cycle, right? Like even the second cycle, you fuck up, and then the supposedly like the third or fourth cycles when you do most of it at least 50% right. But yeah, like nobody does it right the first time. It's impossible. I've never heard of anybody just doing it right out the gate.
yeah,
Yeah, first cycle, you lose your shirt. Second cycle, you figure it out, but you don't really make anything because you round trip it. And then finally, the third cycle is when you basically,
But yeah,
I've heard that before.
that's when
Yeah.
your girlfriend or your wife's ready to leave you, and you have to fucking pull the money out.
well, that's where I'm at now. I'm on my third, so
Third wife?
you know what it is? I'm not looking for life changing money. I'm looking for wife changing money. You
That's
know.
what I was gonna say. Or you pull the money out and leave your wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that might be the case.
That's probably what happens most of the time, to be honest.
Or you can change. I mean, nah, I'm not even gonna. All right, you guys know we just missed a 200x as well, like 5 minutes ago.
Did we?
Dude,
What was it
what's
called?
What was
new?
it called?
What's new, bro?
This I'm not saying to buy it. I'm not touching this shit. I'm not saying to buy it. We missed it at 4K. It was Dojo. It launched like 10.
Yeah, I saw it at 50K, and by the
What's it at
time
right
I got my
now?
buy-in, it was
I
150.
I have no idea. I'm just saying, like, someone sent it to me at
I'll
4,
tell
and
you
it
what,
got
bro. I'm gonna wait till it
seven.
doubles up and goes to like the Pico top
So
before I
I'm
buy
gonna
it.
go drink, and I'm gonna go fucking kill myself because I missed it, and someone sent it to me again.
Get
So.
your finger off the buy button down there, you fucking degenerates.
Yeah,
I
stop
am
that shit,
not by
bro.
any means saying buy this. I'm just saying we
You know
missed.
what's worse than missing and like a fucking 1000xer is if your friends got into the 1000xer and you have to hear about it. That's
Yeah,
way
all
more
day
Especially your
long.
annoying.
retarded ones. When the people that are
Yeah,
the worst traders get something, you're like, God. Then you have to sit there and listen to them, like, oh my God, dude.
and then you didn't get in. I thought I sent it to you. You didn't. Well, you didn't get in, bro. You sure?
You guys are talking about me.
Yeah.
Oh damn, bro! You didn't get in. Oh shit.
Oh man. Oh dude. And then they let you know every time it does like a
Nah, but that's what
2x
Coco does. Coco will be like,
more.
you guys didn't buy it? You
Then it
guys
becomes
didn't
a
buy it?
fucking your whole
He'll
feed
be
just
like,
becomes every 10 seconds, bro. It's up another 5x. It's up
Coco
another
will
10x.
message us privately.
harder, get the
You guys didn't
rope.
get in, bro?
Cope harder.
Coco
Yeah,
will
bro.
message us, be like, or call it, yo, you guys didn't get in? What? I got in at 30K.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
friends
you
are for, huh?
faded me? You faded me, bro?
That's the only reason we want to really hit those X's is so we can tease our friends. It's the only real
Well,
reason.
it's even better when you're in person. We're all in Vegas, and somebody bought something and didn't tell anybody.
Yeah. I mean, nobody tells me shit, man. Nobody ever gives me the fucking early CAs.
Hey, man, what the fuck, Coco?
Seriously, dude.
I'm in a
Sick and
chat
tired of
now where like people will post their shitty like not so certain plays, right? And then they'll buy the shit that's like low key decent on their own, and they'll go in and post, dude, this just 5x'd, and then like post their bag once they won, and I'm
it.
like, bro,
Yep.
Mofo.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Speaking of in person, I got a hard commit from Coco to come to Art Basel. He said he's definitely coming for sure, 100%, and he's coming, no doubt, no question.
Yeah.
Is this true? If we do that, I mean, I'm definitely going too if we're all going, but we should set something up, huh? We got to have a little SAF thing going on.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, so I want to talk about something about talking about shit coins. Okay, so like this happens a lot in our Telegram, in our SAF Telegram. I'm talking about the terminology that people use when they're talking about like when a coin's doing good, right? If a coin went from 30K to 90K, that is not mooning. That's not a coin mooning. That means that the coin's had like 2 or 3 buys, right? Because somebody will buy something at 30K and then they'll be like, oh shit, look at this
It's
one, it's
running. It's
mooning. And
running.
it's gone from 30K to 90K. That's literally like fucking 2 or 3 buys, right? That's not mooning, right? So we have to fix our terminology on these shit
Nah,
coins.
do you guys see Coco's like mindset? Like buys for him are 2 buys that take something from
Yeah,
30K to 90K.
$60,000.
Like, yeah, he's like, yeah, there's just 2 buys of like 4 ETH at once. Like someone only bought 4 ETH and brought it to 100K in 2 buys.
And he's the one that's buying it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Coco. That's because like 99% of shit will go from like 15K to 20K, and then people will cheat it and nuke the entire thing, and then it's over just like that in like 2
And if
seconds.
the coin doesn't move at all, you say like, oh, it has legs.
Bro,
It has legs.
listen.
Yeah. So 90K is a cooker, baby.
Okay.
Massive.
Yeah, okay, Lofo.
I'm gonna start selling, and then I go screenshot that and post it in my alpha, like post it on Twitter, post it on my caught a 3x, subscribe for my alpha calls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what was the funniest thing? When that one time when I posted like my XRP bag and like I posted how much I made on my Maestro, and then some guy stole my my picture and said that was his bag. Do you remember that? I forget who he
Wait,
was.
Yeah,
that
I
was
remember
me?
that.
Somebody
I was
stole
laughing
something
so hard.
off
I
the
was like,
internet?
really, bro?
Was that me?
No, there was somebody that was
Oh,
like some guy like literally like stole my exact like screenshot and said that it was his bag. I was like, damn, bro, you're faking it
Yeah, and it
so
was like,
hard.
join my alpha channel. Caught the 1000x.
Yeah.
wow,
Oh
what a
shit,
clown.
we got Mikey up here. What's up, man? What's going on, bro?
What up, player?
I'm good, man. How you guys doing?
Uh,
Chilling, man.
Chilling.
we're back to
Dude,
our old ways of shit
It's
coining and
raining in South
shit.
Florida today, man.
you know what I did
Shitty
the other
weather.
day, which I haven't done in a while? I turned on my Oculus headset, and I
Fuck
fucking haven't
yeah.
been in that thing, man, in like fucking 7, 8 months.
Was it
And
porn.vr?
Dude, I went into a fucking big screen. Anyone had an Oculus and been in the big screen before, where you can go into these like rooms and watch fucking movies or
I
go into
know.
chat rooms? Dude, it's fucking
Yeah,
weird. I mean,
yeah,
they've upgraded so much shit. Now you can see your hands when you move. Like you
Do
can
you
give
have the
someone
new
a
one?
finger.
Do you have like do
yeah.
you have the new one?
They
Which one do you
upgraded the
have?
tracking.
Yeah, I don't have the 3, I have the 2, but
Yeah, I got the two.
you can still like give someone a finger in the fucking in the VR, man. It's fucking weird that they've updated
You know
everything
what's
like
gonna be
that.
fucking funny is when the Apple headset comes out, because you know everyone's buying that. You know we're all buying that shit, that dumbass shit. But when that drops,
Yeah.
because it's you use your hands with it, and they said the coolest part about it is your eye tracking. So like anything you look at, it highlights. So like you don't even have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
move. It's crazy,
They
you
don't
know. Like
have that. They don't have that in the 2. They don't have the eye tracking, but you can turn your head and stuff, and you don't have leg tracking or anything like that. But your arms, you can see everything as you move them, and you can see your fingers as you move your fingers, which is fucking crazy. Because when I first got it,
Yeah,
that shit wasn't happening. I mean, you had no hand tracking. You could just like do with your pointing thumb. That was
yeah,
it. But it's weird now.
yeah.
yeah,
They have like a mirror, and you look in the mirror. It's funny that you said that because I just plugged mine in after like 3 months, and then they have that mirror, and you look in it, and it tracks your hands and your arms.
Hmm.
It's a trip. It's like it's improved quite a bit. Yeah.
Oh
I'm
hell
gonna
yeah!
play
Yeah,
with
I haven't
mine
Did you
turned it
now,
see
on in
the
forever.
Telegram update today?
What are you talking about?
About
The Oculus?
dude.
no,
I'm
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
the
you
Oculus,
should get one, man.
they have a fully improved tracking system. You just have to update your VR headset. Yeah, I mean it
Really?
automatically updates as soon as
bro.
you plug it in.
You know
ah,
what the
that's the
funniest thing
question.
on that is the fucking poker, bro. Have you played poker on that, like with your
Oh
homies?
hell yeah, man! I
That game
played
is the
that.
shit on there. You could literally sit there and
Yeah,
just play poker with like 10 homies. I don't know, like
yeah, for
that's the thing though, right? Like with the
hours.
whole metaverse and all that. Like the VR is so fucking cool. Once you put it on and you're in there and you're immersed, but nobody uses it. Like I've had it for fucking 2 years and I never put the thing on. But once you actually have it on, like it's dope as hell and you remember what like why you bought it. But
Yeah,
nobody uses it. Like why does nobody use this shit?
Well, it's because sorry, I accidentally muted everyone. It's because it's not natural. It's not natural for you to be like that. Like it's not like humanly natural. Does it make sense?
Yeah, I guess. I think
It's the mission. It's the mission. You got to charge it up. You got this
yeah.
heavy thing, and if you're a girl or a little kid, it feels real heavy on your head. You got to adjust it to your eyes and all that kind of stuff. So it's a cool experience, but it's kind of like a chore, Like that's
Yeah.
the thing. So
But it's
yeah.
like you said, it's not reality, and it's like a worse version of reality. So like, why would you want to go through all the headache to adopt it? I mean, other than Pinky's first use case that he outlined, which is
Yeah.
actually
Which
fascinating.
the main reason why most of you dudes bought it in the first place?
Why?
Huh?
Porn?
The porn.
Is that why people buy the virtual
I
reality?
mean, I'm pretty sure that's like 80% of the sales is
I
like
should have
single
tried it
dudes.
before I
My
sold mine.
for purchasing it for sure.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty goddamn cool.
Oh man, Jesus. All right, Value.
I
What
need a
else is going on
coupon.
in the market, bro? Anything else? Come on, give us some current events.
Yeah, no, I just got a light bulb in my head. Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Why
Yep.
haven't we seen? What if this is the next cycle? Run everything VR meme coins, like a payment solution for virtual reality games and apps. Like it's literally like gaming coins. Remember when like the scam box and then, like the Centraland and all these scams started launching? It was like the game was like crap or you couldn't use it yet. But the coins were going crazy, parabolic to crazy valuations. What about VR apps? I mean, this is genius here. I can't believe.
Dude, you know how many dudes are firing up a freaking contract as we
Think
speak
about it.
because you gave
And
them
then
an
you
idea?
can LARP
Good
AI.
job,
Then you
bro.
can LARP AI in there too. Oh my god, dude.
Exactly, bro. All of a sudden, you just see on Dex Tools live pairs. There's like 5 new ones, 5 new.
It'd be cool for the fucking the Oculus or the headsets if you can like they don't have the TG they don't have TG in there yet as an app, but you can imagine if you go into the Oculus and you can click on your Telegram group and then you immediately walk into a room with everyone else that's in there
That would
in
be sick.
VR. You're fucking
Bro,
right. That'd be nice.
when
It'll get
when
there.
that Apple one comes out with the M1 chip, bro, shit's gonna change, bro. You can have like a UI in there where you have like your screen, like your charts pulled up. You can literally just trade shit coins from there, bro. Like,
Can't wait.
Bro, like the minute they can get it, like it doesn't have to be the full virtual reality, it could be the augmented reality, like how Apple's doing it. But the minute they get it to the point where it's just like you feel like you're just wearing a pair of glasses, they're gonna change the game. Everything's gonna
Yeah.
that'll be it. Because
Look at
like
the post I
it
pinned.
really, that comfort thing makes a big difference. Like that's why I hate it. Like I'll play like VR for like I don't know 30 minutes and I get irritated of like I start sweating around the areas where it's connected to my head and stuff. Like I just like it's just not comfortable for me to play it for long periods of time.
Yeah, some people get super motion sickness. Like my girlfriend can't really play it. She has to sit on the ground, and then she takes it off. She has to go lie down for like an hour to recover. Like some people, it really affects them.
Yeah, I forget what zombie game it is, but like that shit's so fucking real that I get.
Dude, I know which one you're talking about. Where you shoot at them.
Yeah, it's like fire. The game's
They
fire as fuck, but like
yeah,
I
they
get.
come running at you from every angle, and you just shoot at them with different guns.
Yeah,
Tiki,
yeah.
we were playing that one. Tiki, remember?
Yeah, yeah, and you can also go on a mission where you're running through buildings and stuff. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, yeah. And then you fight a boss at the end,
Bro,
and
I'm
he's
freaking gonna go charge mine up right now, bro. Fuck this.
Dude, I
They
played
actually
like
have some
super.
new
You
games
guys
on
play
there
super
too.
hot? You guys play super hot
Yeah,
at all? Dude, I played it fucking for
a little
hours,
bit.
man.
Is that the one where you're kind of like kind of a wireframe, and you're like,
No, you get guns, and the faster you move, the faster the enemies move too. So the
yeah,
game is
yeah, yeah.
basically
You're,
you take
it's
your
kind of like
time.
real
Yeah,
simple graphics, but yeah. The more
yeah,
you move, the faster they get to you. And yeah, I've played
yeah.
that one. Yeah.
The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. If you haven't played that shit, it's fucking wild.
Man, soon enough, shit's just gonna be like Black Mirror. Like every episode's gonna come true. The chip in your brain, VR, sex, and all this crazy shit. Like, man, I'm not ready for it.
It's coming faster too. Every year, it's getting quicker.
Bro,
The
How are you gonna
development.
find how are you gonna find your future wife
Um,
with all this stuff value with all
would
this?
you
So
guys? Would you
In
guys?
Black Mirror, yeah, there's a Tinder that's like predetermined, and you find your match. So I'm gonna have to wait for that one to come to fruition. Um, but nah, I mean, hopefully, I think someone said something about the glasses. Like when it gets to the point where it's like your new iPhone is your glasses now, right? Or like even like your contacts. Imagine that, right? At that point, bro, that's gonna be crazy. Like that'll replace everything, and like it'd be nuts. Like imagine just like your TG like firing off like your buy, just from your eyes. You know what I mean? Like you just pick.
Hey,
That's why I
we
got
got
the
Z. We
LASIK or
got Z
not,
up
because I
here.
don't
What's
want
up?
my LASIK to fuck this up.
What's up, Z Natasha? What's happening?
Z, what up?
I can't hear anything.
Might not be on the stage. Oh, they're definitely on
Yeah,
the stage.
It's not letting me mute for some reason.
Z
Sounded all right. I'm good.
Z's got a week old account. They got like $5. Scammy shit.
Bullish.
Trying to get that follower engagement up here.
Bro,
What's
I
up?
texted. Wait, are they talking?
I don't know.
No, no, no.
Dude, I was
Bro,
hosting a space the other day, and someone straight up fucking. I've stopped allowing people up to speak that I don't know or don't have at least a blue fucking check mark. Somebody came up and straight up like this fucking like posted porn in the fucking
Yeah,
jumbotron like 100 times. I mean, who the fuck has time to do that? We need
like a
to go through
13-year-old kid.
yeah, we had to go through and manually remove every single goddamn post. It took us like 20 minutes. I'm like, piece of shit. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
man, that's bullish, man. When you see that in your Telegram for a coin that you just aped, you're like, yes, I'm rich. You know, generally, we all love that. You know.
It is bullish because then it means, oh, great, somebody's taking the time to notice us. Like, okay, this is good. But it's
Yeah.
like annoying. Fuck.
Yeah. I texted all my old roommates, like my normie college friends, like, yo, are you guys ready? For the bull market, because I'm ready to make all the homies bread. I think did you guys already cover the ETF or whatever, possibly being delayed till
Oh, that's
December?
why I wanted you to touch on that.
Nah, so yeah, it was a buddy of mine mentioned to me that like worst case, I mean it's like projected anyways, like from the odds that are out now for like January, for the approvals, which is fine. I mean, if that's all the speculation has been on the back of that projection for the most part, anyways. But like they were in the filing process to my understanding, so that's why like you see all these things being registered on like the DTC whatever the website that went down and all the crazy shit happened. So that's why the price kind of been just a little volatile and everyone's like, whoa, something's going on. But right now I guess this pullback is like reactions to like a delay, which was already kind of a thing. So I don't know. But I'm everyone I know that's like way sharper than me and way richer than me is bullish. Is like actually bullish, and they haven't been bullish in like 3 years. So I don't know. And some of these people are like really rich. So I don't know.
Are you just talking about Coco?
Well, I was hinting at Coco, but I didn't want to put him out there. You know what I mean?
I
Yeah,
mean, it would be. I mean, imagine what a letdown it's going to be if like the bull run never comes, man. Like, imagine how
Yeah.
sad we're all going
What
to
are we
be.
gonna do? Are we gonna get
Ah,
jobs to
stop that,
stop being?
man. That's not.
Are
No,
we
it's
are
gonna
we gonna
happen.
stop being fake
It's
animals?
like the
Are you guys
the
gonna
word of the
retire
devil.
being animals on the internet? Like, are you gonna stop LARPing?
Never, bro. Never, man. If I was going to ever stop being Pinky, it would have happened a long time ago.
Like, if the PFEs all go to zero, does everyone just stop LARPing as animals on the timeline? Is it
Dude,
over?
that shit will
What
never
about
stop,
AI
man.
photos? What about AI astronaut photos?
Oh,
So
then
we're
we
not
all
just
go straight to AI. Yeah, we're AI influencers at that point. You know.
I did see a post today about BlackRock and like how somebody was speculating on how they're like gonna try to FUD everybody out of their bags. And you saw they came out with something on state like Circle and stable coins. And they're invested in Circle, so they basically fudded their own fucking bag. Like that's how genius they are. But the guy was basically saying like now you see BlackRock fudding the stable coins because what they're going to try to do is divert all the liquidity from stable coins into Bitcoin to pump their Bitcoin bag. And then the guy was also speculating that BlackRock would try to get involved in the exchange game too.
Did anyone look into like that art, like any articles or details on what they said about the stables? Because like my only thing would be like them saying that like the off ramps or on ramps could be threatening Bitcoin, right, or something like that, like manipulation or something. You know,
Yeah, they well,
sounds
yeah,
like typical tricks. Sounds like institutional tricks. The usual,
yeah,
tricks with the right.
100%, bro. And they were also speculating in that article that BlackRock was going to try to make their own like BlackRock stablecoin or some shit.
Dude, most of you out there don't know life without stablecoins. I remember a time when there was no such thing. And
Yeah,
you actually had to hold all your crypto and watch it just go all the way up and all the way down.
yeah. I was. I think I was in like elementary school or something.
Yeah, you were just a baby. I honestly think stablecoins are the greatest thing to ever happen to crypto.
Yeah, that was when centralized exchanges controlled everything. Yep.
what isn't there? Isn't Mr. Wonderful out here pitching some new shit today? Some stable?
Huh?
Yeah, Kevin O'Leary. He's
I hate
It's
that
an
guy.
exchange. I think I'm pretty sure it's an exchange. Yeah.
Dude,
calling it
the
M2.
minute I saw a video of that dude crying when he was holding a watch, bro, I told myself I would never ever listen to anything that guy says.
He wears 2 watches.
He's literally holding a watch like it's a baby, like a child, a firstborn, and he's crying about how beautiful it is.
He he gets in on a lot of venture deals. So I mean, he's just giga bull regardless of all this shit. Like I remember when I pitched him NFTs at a conference when I first met him and his team. Like they just like laughed at me for the JPEGs and shit because they were already invested in all the infrastructure of crypto and everything. Like him and Mark get like the best fucking deals. You know, like Coinbase, they got in the Coinbase IPO, bro, $300 like from nothing, like everything, bro.
It's a
So
fair world, huh? Pretty fair.
yeah, yeah.
You know who else surprisingly got into the Coinbase? Like the Coinbase IPO was Nas. Nas had like a big bag of Coinbase equity.
He's a smart
Yeah.
dude.
I think Spencer Dinwiddie did too. A lot of these like guys that are like sharp get in there and run it up. You know, I think you just have.
What?
Sorry,
I think
I got a call. I was
Brock.
saying like you just have to have like a private equity be a client. I'm pretty sure. Then you get like specific, you know what I mean, from your bankers, typically.
So do you guys see a little bit of like a correction at some point before we get to the halving? Or what are you thinking about that?
I think
Like what
so.
do you like a massive correction, or are you talking just like 10%, 20%?
No, I mean like kind of the standard bull market, like 10, 20, 30%.
Well,
I could see it.
I
let's
think
see what
so. I think we'll definitely get a correction, but we don't know when. We might go up another 20, 30% first.
Yeah,
You
that's
guys,
true.
if I chime in here real quick.
Go ahead.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm Tony. I just had a question, and now that we're talking back about the bull market and stuff, because there's a lot of talk about bull market, and the last bull market was great, and honestly, I have hundreds of thousands in crypto, so I'm just sitting back waiting for this bull market. But I just want to see, what do you guys think about this next bull market? Because there's a lot of talk also about, there's a lot of recession talk, right? There's a lot of credit card debt is through the roof. There's a lot of the housing market is out of control. People are already, turning in all their cars, or not a lot, but it's starting to increase. So I was just thinking, what are you guys thinking is going to happen with this next bull
I think
market
I
if
think
we do go into like a major U.S. recession? That's my question.
I think it's really simple. There aren't many places for growth, like in the total economy right now. Like if you
Yeah,
look at stocks, overvalued. You look at SaaS, incredibly overvalued with how cheap it is to produce software now with the emergence of AI. You look at real estate, way overvalued. Like where is there growth, right? And one of the only places where there's massive growth potential is in this market that we are all participating in. And
yeah,
you're seeing that. You're seeing the big institutions start to migrate to this space, and the reason you're seeing that is because there's no other place to grow, right? So
yeah.
like
Good point.
recession or no recession, especially if there's a recession, they're going to come here to get growth. They got to get it from somewhere. They're fucking junkies. Like they're going to get their growth somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Yeah.
agree. We might see a bigger bull market ever because of that. You have to think contrary, right? Everybody thinks, oh, if the market's down, crypto's going to go down, right? But crypto has a way of doing the opposite of what everybody thinks it's going to do. And I think that is the consensus right now, right? Everybody first, they thought, oh, it's not going to be correlated. But then we saw that crypto was exactly correlated. But now everybody thinks everything's going to go down. So is crypto. It could be contrary. So look for the contrarian vision. That's what I think.
Oh,
Like this,
absolutely.
you
I
already
mean,
saw you already saw a precursor, right? Like you saw what happened when SVB and Signature Bank went down, right? Like when people were supposed to be start to be getting scared, people fled to Bitcoin as a flight to safety or a flight to quality, and it fucking pumped. So think about the two scenarios that could play out over the next couple months, which I think one of them will for sure. Number one, we are going to go into a recession. I'm 99.99% confident of that.
yeah,
I work with the biggest companies in the world. I consult for their sales and marketing teams, and I see their projections and their pipeline for Q1. It looks
it's
like
coming.
death.
It's
It looks
coming.
like death, right? So
Yeah.
like the Federal Reserve's in a spot right now because they're like in between a rock and a hard place. So they've raised rates so much that it's put a credit crunch on everyone. Growth is slowing day by day by day. So they have like two options. Number one, they reduce rates and print more money, and we go into like an inflation bonanza. In that scenario, crypto fucking booms. The other scenario that could play out is they don't do anything and they take the hard bullet right now, which I'm not quite convinced they're going to do. I think they're just like pump faking everybody until the last second. But if they do that, you look at like Bank of America is $188 billion underwater just on its bonds alone, on its bond purchases alone. Citibank's in the same spot. Deutsche Bank's probably even worse. A lot of these banks are fucked. So if they don't do something, we're going to have a big reckoning, and people are going to. I think people are going to kind of move over to crypto land where they, feel a little bit safer and there's an opportunity for growth. But I will caveat all that by saying I'm not a fucking macroeconomist and I'm not a financial advisor. So
Yeah. No, no. I feel you, and I come on just asking questions because I ask myself these questions in my head all the time. I like to come on these spaces and just like get other people's opinions. But I mean, I definitely I agree with you there that there's definitely a recession coming. Whether that's tomorrow or next year or when that is, who knows? But yeah, I just because I feel like last bull market, like we had the government just giving away money to everyone, and how many people just opened a Robinhood account and just took all that money, just put it into the crypto market. You had so many millions of dollars just coming in of free money, but now that's on a hold. And then going into a recession, I wanted to see what people thought about this next bull run. If you thought it would affect it at all, affect it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think the main thing you got to ask yourself is like, what crypto do you have that couple $100,000 in, bro? Are you sitting in some weird shit coins, or you got that you got that in Bitcoin and ETH?
Bro
Like,
said
No,
bro said
no.
100 grand. Bro said 100 grand so casually. That's crazy.
Uh, no, I don't really do the shitcoin thing. If I do shitcoins, it's like I'm in for 3 hours, or I'm in for 24 hours or whatever.
an
But
eternity, bro. That's an eternity.
exactly on certain ones, right? So that's not where my money is. But But yeah, no, I sleep well at night. You know, I'm not worried about that. That's just I put my investments in and I just sit back and whatever. I don't look at it on a daily.
The other data point to look at that I don't think we talk about enough is we've seen this playbook before, right? Like in 2007, 2008, right around that time, the gold ETF, the first gold ETF was approved, and look at what that did over the next 10 years. So like if you and I'm just like, these are all data points I try to put together, but like, so if you look at what happened during, the great financial crisis when they approved the gold ETF, that thing just went on like a 10-year fucking joyride. So if that's a data point that makes sense for people to consider, add that to your.
There's also a lot of people that think that like the traditional like legacy financial system is like, yeah, obviously it's still going to be around, but there's going to be like this kind of exodus where people like, it's just like, okay, so this way we've done this and we've fucking inflated this and we've printed so much, like, are we capped out? Should we move over here and can we get more economic stimulation in this new economy that's still like ripe for the taking, right? So like there's a bunch of different mindsets that like people are thinking, but like me, when I think about it and I analyze all the different scenarios, like it's always like more than 60-70% bullish for crypto, because if it goes one way, there's crypto has an answer for that. If it goes another way, crypto has an answer for that. So it's like it really is like, to me, I think it really is a better way. We just got to figure out how to like operate in a way that's like not like gonna, I don't know, not gonna fuck everyone out. Like give everyone a fair chance. Like there's always gonna be capitalism where the cream will rise to the top. But like, I don't know. I feel like it's so fucked right now with the way that our dollar's just been completely just destroyed that people are looking at crypto as like, okay, is this a better way?
Well, that's the beauty of crypto, right? Like this is the one place that you can go to, and there's no fucking barriers or roadblocks. You can literally, anybody can come in, jump in, and you can make it, and you can make millions of dollars without any kind of restrictions, right? At least where we're sitting at right now. That's why I don't really want much like restrictions kind of coming into play. I kind of like where we're sitting right now. Like I always hear people talking about regulation and shit, but like I am very happy with the way crypto is moving right now. There's a lot of ways to make a fuck ton of money.
That's true. That's very true. And you don't hear very many people say that. So it's like, like everyone wants more rules and more regulations, but what does that stand for? That stands for control, right? And what is crypto? Crypto is meant to, give the control back to the people, in my mind. So it's like with that comes probably, be careful. Basically what I say is be careful what you wish for when it comes to that stuff.
Basically just don't buy any shit coins unless I'm in them.
What's your thoughts, Tiki? I always like to hear your thoughts on.
I mean, I think the cycle's still intact. So, there's always like narratives each cycle, all the way back from when I got in. I remember all these crazy narratives, and it does stray people. It gets people to start going in the wrong direction. But the one thing that I would say is it looks like the cycle is intact, and so far every cycle is bigger, more impressive, and there's a different reason that it pumps like crazy. So whatever it will be this time, it might be something that surprises everybody, and it's usually unexpected. Same with the coins that tend to blow up, the Pepes, the Shiba Inus, the Doge. Pretty much nobody sees them coming. Just the lucky happen to be in those things. But from what I see is the market cycle is intact. It's gonna repeat. It's gonna be bigger than it was last time, which means that opportunities and everything are gonna be like insane. But there's also going to be a ton of pitfalls, a ton of scams, a ton of hacks. So like you got to get your shit in order, get your freaking hardware wallet working, not your keys, not your crypto. Don't get into that whole, so many people are so lazy. They just, I trust Coinbase. I'm just going to leave my money on there. Like don't be one of those guys. I mean, we saw what happened last time, FTX, Celsius, BlockFi. Just do the basics. If you do the basics that have always been since the beginning, you'll do good. But as soon as you stray from those basics, that's when you're going to get hurt, and it's going to happen when you least expect it. Whether it's a hack, whether it's some huge company going down, or whether it's basically round tripping it and getting basically FOMO'd into a narrative that everybody says is going to do this, and then it doesn't. Like I always say have a conservative strategy and then have a small percentage to go freaking nuts and shitcoining on, which is what I do.
Tiki, I'm curious to hear your perspective. Obviously, Coco loves your perspective. And he's told me so much about like how long you've been in the market, and I think for those of us that have been here for a long time, like we've really grown to understand the 4-year cycle and what it means for crypto. Do you think there's a potential if we get an ETF and we start to get all these like consistent inflows of capital that there's a chance that we break the 4-year cycle and just go on a massive 10-year run? I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's definitely possible, but I won't plan my strategies based on that. Like that's more of an outlier. And typically what happens is it's always something unexpected. So if the ETF is definitely coming, there's going to be a lot of people that know about it long before we do. And they're going to be planning and doing their thing. And a lot of times, as we've seen, what you think is going to happen doesn't happen. But I do think that that's a possibility, but I just haven't seen it yet. And I just, until it happens or something goes completely against everything and that happens, I'm going to basically continue to expect that it's going to do what it's always done historically. And that is, for the most part, follow the 4-year cycle, but in a different variation. But yeah, I mean, anything's possible, but don't plan your strategy based on something that could happen. I would say it's a lot smarter to plan on something that is more probable and has happened. I mean, that's pretty much my strategy.
Alpha.
I like it. What's up,
Alpha
Value? You're back.
real.
You keep coming up and down, bro. What's going on?
Yeah, sorry, am I back now? Can you hear me?
All right,
He's
so we
just
got
getting-
okay. So this is kind of interesting. So we got a guy like an OG's perspective right there. Now let's get somebody who's a little bit newer to the market, that's a bit younger, right? What's your perspective long term on the cycle Value? Like from your perspective, not from what you've heard. Like somebody
Yeah.
who's like 15 years older, younger than Tiki or whatever.
Yeah. To be honest, I kind of agree. I honestly agree with everything. I mean, I don't see how like a company like BlackRock and these guys that are trying to run up like alpha for their clients and give them yield, every year. Like if you're looking at it from like a growth, like your portfolio and growth, and like from a risk perspective, like you're not gonna get better returns than blockchain because like tech is already levered all the way up, like the S&Ps is all of like the last tech cycle, like internet boom, all that stuff is already over levered like crazy and basically even overextended, right? So like for Bitcoin to be what it is and the value blockchain can provide, like for it to be a $1 trillion market is kind of crazy to me. And even with the peak being at 3 trillion with like institutions coming in, like I don't know why institutions would even waste their time fiddling around with this shit, unless they were trying to take it to $3-5 trillion market, $10 trillion market, like they did with gold. And that was like a 10-year thing, like to what Average said. Like, I think it was like 2003 they started, and then I don't have the exact date, but that's when they approved the ETF. And then from there, it just caught like a nasty bid. The only thing is that, to my knowledge, obviously, like the basic premise is that the supply, the supply and demand of crypto is different because of the halving, right? So that narrative is probably going to stick. I mean, it has like the last since 2008, right? But who knows where the market cap bottoms at the top of, at the next cycle, right? Like peak next cycle, are we at like sitting at like a $5-7 trillion market cap for everything? Then, that is, then we're sitting on crazy prices. So that's kind of what I see, at least breaking past last all-time highs. But we would need a shit ton of volume to do that, right? Because like we have to pass 3 this cycle. So that would be like a 3x from here, basically, and then some. With obviously the macro environment of the world being like the worst that it's in, the rates, everything, fucking interest rates, fucking what else? Inflation, debt, everything is horrible. Credit card debt, obviously all that boring shit, is obviously a fact, right? So like, my only counter to that would be like, even though all that's going on, like crypto's like trades like a commodity up till now. So like if all that shit goes bad, I mean, it's kind of bullish for crypto. So like that's why I'm kind of like I'm definitely in agreement with all of them for those reasons.
We're going 10 to 13 trillion, bro. I don't want to hear anything else.
And that was like my fair actual nerd out basic answer.
Whoa.
But
Bro, what would that put us at? If we hit a $10 trillion market cap, what does that put
Guys,
Bitcoin at?
you guys think
All right,
I'm not when, bro. We are minimum hitting 10. That's minimum.
Okay, so
That's like
no,
lowball.
I'm saying, like, what does that put Bitcoin at? That puts Bitcoin at 350K,
It's at
right?
it's
That's
at
a 10x.
800. What is it at right
Well,
now? 1 trillion.
that's
Yeah,
if
see,
the
exactly.
dominance stays the same where it's at. That's like
What's
the
Bitcoin
dominance
at?
might drop.
Bitcoin's at 800 billion right now, isn't it, or some shit? I don't
You're
remember.
saying total market cap, right?
I'm
Pink?
saying total market cap, bro. Like Bitcoin will probably hit, we'll spike up to around 2 something. It'll be a quick wick. It'll come down. I'm going to be sitting on multi-million dollars of
Yeah.
coins. But
BlackRock's
like,
just gonna one tick bid up to fucking 5 trillion right there, one candle.
yeah,
Just like
well,
these meme coins. You know when someone drops 100 ETH clip into these coins, they're gonna do that into Bitcoin, huh?
dude, I'm telling you guys, bro. Everyone's just downplaying how crazy this next cycle is going to be, bro. It's always crazier than you think. Everybody's waiting for it now. The whole fucking world is getting involved. We're getting ETFs. We're getting all the big money knows
Yeah.
what's up, bro.
There's
We're gonna fucking breeze past 8 to 10 trillion,
gonna
bro.
be 1000x levered longs
Wow,
through the
that's
dark
a
pools.
crazy. So you're saying that the whole market? What are we at right now?
I'm
1.5.
not saying. I'm telling you
We're
guys.
at 1
This is
Dude,
trillion.
financial
Pinky
advice.
bullish.
Yeah.
But what are we? Let's look at the numbers. What's the total market cap right now?
Look at it on. Go to coin market
Yeah,
cap,
that's what I'm saying.
100K.
Somebody looking at it.
bro. That's like a 10x.
But the other thing is the market cap is based on coins. Like that doesn't even include like all the NFTs. And so I think that if you're just looking at CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, you could be
That's
missing
true.
out on a lot of
That's true.
potential value that just isn't shown there.
Yeah, the transaction
Facts.
volume, IP, obviously being transacted in NFTs.
Dude, Bored Apes are going to be worth like 3 million a piece. That alone. You know what I mean?
Total market cap.
The floor, right? 3 million floor.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Total market cap right now is 1.4 trillion.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
so
figured. Okay,
so
so
10x everything.
It's a 7x, bro. That ain't shit.
Put an
7x
X.
ain't shit.
Yeah, 10x. Just put a 10x on everything.
7x.
yeah, it is.
Well, what we know for sure is the dominance is going to go down. There's going to be a lot more volume in alts and NFTs and games and all that. So Bitcoin might only do a 2.5x from its all-time high, but we could still see the total market cap do like a 5x. It's
You guys
definitely
want a hot
possible.
take? You guys want a hot take right now?
Okay.
Fucking ETH flips Bitcoin this cycle.
What?
Whoa!
Whoa!
Yep. Market cap.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yep.
Whoa!
Yep.
Whoa!
Did you
I
I
don't
ever
said
think
it,
look
bro.
so.
at the
This shit is
rapid?
recorded. This shit is recorded, bro. We're gonna come back to this.
I think that'll only happen once they solve the frickin' the fee, the transaction cost.
3 years. So within 3 years, Bitcoin gets flipped by
If
ETH.
they get sharding and they fix that transaction, cost, then yeah, I see that definitely being possible.
Are you trying to make the Bitcoin maxis have an aneurysm, bro?
Bro, I'm just
No.
hey, look, I like Bitcoin too, but I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's a boring ass coin. It's fucking boring.
Yeah, but we got ordinals now, right? So that kind of changes the game a little
That
bit.
shit died real
Yeah,
quick.
the 720 standard is useless now, bro. So I don't know, man. You might be wrong.
Dude, I've literally only been wrong like 2 or 3 times in my life, and this isn't gonna be one of the times.
Dude, Pinky is our quant. So anytime you need real absolute financial advice, you go to Pinky and you can even DM him. And he's our quant. He's the SAF quant.
I don't know, man. Like you guys joke about it, but in this game, bro, that we play, I have to admit I do hit a lot more than you guys. You guys, with your big brains and everything,
No,
you
you're
guys
right.
talk
You
yourselves
are
out of a
right.
lot
You
of good
are right
shit.
about that. You are right. Yeah. I mean, no, you are.
I'm not joking though. I think ETH is going to get close to flipping it soon, man. I think ETH is gonna.
How?
I think ETH goes to 15K. I think it tops out easily 15K.
Well,
Next
either
12
way,
months.
I win, so I'm happy with
Yeah,
either
exactly.
scenario. I don't
And I
care.
think Bitcoin. I don't think it's gonna. It's gonna get to a point where it just gets too expensive, bro. Like everyone's gonna start hopping over to other things.
Well, the unit bias, right? Isn't that what it's called? The unit bias, where like people.
Yep. Yeah, for retail comes in and they go, ooh, XRP is only, whatever, 50 cents or something. Bitcoin, oh, that's too expensive. I
Guys,
don't want to buy
think
that.
about it, right? Like even the last cycle, the entire last cycle, I didn't have one single person, not one, ask me to get Bitcoin. They all wanted Ethereum. They all wanted fucking Doge. Not a single person that wasn't in the space wanted Bitcoin. And I talked to thousands of people about it. Not one motherfucker said, "Hey, I want to get some Bitcoin."
Man, I'm not
Nobody.
worried about. You guys are worried about retail volume, though. I mean, come on, man. These guys, dude, people can't even buy gas right now, man. I mean, come on.
I think the one thing we probably got to keep an eye on is like if they do approve a Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF, Like, I really didn't like that video that Gary Gensler put out for Halloween. Like, I could see them approving those two and then going after the rest of the industry really hard.
Yeah, I mean they already kind of started, right? With the two they served Binance and Coinbase, right? So
Yeah, they're telling you Uniswap is going to KYC, which is fucking wild.
Really?
I think the
Did they say
harder
that?
they come after crypto, the faster in the long run it actually will own everything.
They're talking about KYCing liquidity pools, which is going to be interesting.
But
Oh,
there's caveats. They're not gonna just go in and like make their whole platform KYC.
yeah, I mean
Just completely. Like I think that
there's
You know
people
what
always
they
are.
that.
should do? You know what I think they should do? I don't think they need the KYC. I think they need to put like a block confirmation on like when somebody removes the fucking liquidity. Because if you make it so that they have to wait X amount of days, if someone's going to pull the liquidity to verify it, then they could stop it if it turns out it's a malicious thing. But what's wrong with waiting like, I don't know, a couple of days to remove your fucking liquidity if it's fine, you know? But I think that would stop so many rug pulls if they just fucking put like a 24-hour timer or a 48-hour timer and when you can pull your liquidity because then how the fuck is someone gonna rug pull if the community mass reports like this was a rug pull, and then they have someone just take a second to look into it, and that stops that right there. But I think they should just do that. I mean, it's what the fucking exchanges do. They just put X amount of blocks
But
until
you
you
gotta
get your fucking
also think
withdrawal.
like the more kind of shit they do like that, you kind of gear away from like the true kind of decentralization ethos, right? Like it's a fine line to dance, right? Like when you start controlling like how people can interact on a permissionless network, right? So it's like,
But
Absolutely.
yeah,
yeah,
like
but the Uniswap has its own exchange. If they get too much negative shit from people not wanting to use it, then they lose money themselves. It only makes sense for them to like try to police it a little bit. It's
You guys
self-preservation.
remember what happened to Shapeshift? You guys remember that when Shapeshift was like one of the most popular ways to trade crypto, and then they had the KYC, they got the pressure. They
Yeah,
lost 99.9% of all of their customers, like literally overnight.
that
So
was
if
Voorhees, right? His
yeah,
product.
so if Uniswap does that and makes KYC a thing, everybody's they're just gonna bail. They're out. So
yeah,
I mean, it's
KYC.
typical of what happens. They do that, right? They try to put in all these things to control things, and then that's the thing about crypto is we have the freedom to vote with our feet, and we will every time.
Yeah, so okay, so check it out. So here's the way I look at it, right? So you've got like this beautiful like kind of value transfer network that works. It works, right? It works, and you've got bad actors, and you have people that are taking advantage of it because at the end of the day, they have a little bit more knowledge than some other people. The people that get taken advantage of are the ones that have less knowledge. And at the end of the day, it's not really the blockchain that needs changing. It's not the way that crypto works that needs changing. It's the way that people interact with it that needs changing. And that's really what it kind of comes down to is I'm all for permissionless stuff. Like I'm not a big fan of control. Like I got into crypto because I don't like to be controlled. I got into crypto because I like freedom. And I think that there's a lot to be said for like one of the biggest like decentralized exchange that kind of pioneered DeFi and made a like actually has done a lot for the space, right? It's kind of pushed a lot of decentralization and really taken the emphasis off of these centralized exchanges and really taken a lot of the power away from centralized exchanges. So they've done a good thing for the industry. But if they start moving towards that way, if they start moving towards KYC, the only thing that's going to happen is someone else is going to be like, oh, you're doing that. Well, I'm going to go build this thing that's just as good or better, and I'm not going to do what you're doing. And then everyone's going to move over there, like Tiki said.
Yeah.
I
Nobody
will.
wants to fucking KYC, man. Nobody wants
The
to
Yeah,
do
thing
that
is,
fuck
bullshit.
most.
KYC.
I feel like most users, general users, will just KYC. That's why they're, like at the end of the day, the shit's just monopoly, right? So like the reason they don't like crypto in the first place.
But that's not true, right? Shapeshift like literally went under when they fucking tried to
Yeah, but
KYC
Yeah,
everything.
the
yeah.
supply
Go
and
watch some
demand,
of those videos. Yeah.
the supply and demand is different, right? Like Coinbase is the most centralized shit in the world, and it has way more users than any of these products combined, right? Because like
Well, it's because
people
people want to be hand-holded.
I
That's
mean, it's
why.
just
I
they're not
mean,
in the they're not into crypto for like store value, decentralized. Like the majority of users that use tech platforms and even crypto or like whatever Zelle, like payment networks, they're just going to be using it to use it or to make money or to, that's just the reality. So the
But if
government's
that's the case, go use a bank. You know what I'm saying? Like that,
Yeah.
like that. This is the age old thing, right? Like it's like, well, if you want all these things like a bank, then just go to your fucking bank and go to Zelle and
Yeah.
do it like that. Like there has to be a happy medium, right? Me, I guess I'm kind
Yeah.
of like an OG, so like
Yeah. Of
I'm
course.
like
Of
kind of
course.
see
Yeah.
through the bullshit. I see through like the
Of
massive
course.
surveillance of KYC. I
Yeah.
don't like it. So like I have kind of a strong stance on it, but I mean, yeah, you're probably kind of right though. Like the average normie that's
It's
coming in,
competition, man. Yeah.
Dude, I have no problem with
There's
either
always
of
going to
them,
be
dude.
both.
Because
There's
Yeah,
going
let
to
them
always
have
be
most of
both.
both.
those
Exactly.
people.
Let them fucking, as long as there's
Hmm.
both and you can pick and choose what you want to do, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's facts. Because most people, bro, Coco, like they just, you know what? They live in America. They pay their taxes, and they want protection from the fucking police and the military, and the government provides all that shit. And all they ask is that you comply and return, and that's like what it is, you know. So like,
I
I
think
don't know.
that's the problem, right? Like the minute you start telling us we can't do it that way is when I get pissed off. Like I don't give a fuck if you want to go and you be in Coinbase and nothing else and feel secure like that. But the minute you start trying to take away what makes crypto great is when there's a
Right.
fucking problem.
It's like data, right? Like even with your data and Web2 platforms, you still have to like agree for terms and usage, right? For like your data to be shared by these apps, and then that's how they fucking track everything. When you breathe that you like pizza, next thing you know, you have 10 pizza apps, like advertisements on every single app you've ever used, right? Like
I'm gonna get some
data,
pizza
Yeah.
right now.
yeah, like your
Yeah.
custody of information, and then all that's always been like a debate, you know. It's always been
Yeah,
that.
the guys, the other thing you have to think about too, and this gets overlooked a lot, is there's a huge percentage of the world that's unbanked. They literally can't KYC. They have no way to do it. And there's something like 30-40% of people across the globe that don't have computers, they don't have banking, they don't have any of that financial infrastructure, but they all have mobile phones and they all want to trade shitcoins and they want to get involved and they have to do it basically in a decentralized way. They can't KYC, they just can't do it. They have no means to do it. So as long as that's a big thing, you're going to see, that's why there's so many third world countries and groups that are in crypto and they're growing faster than we are in the US because it's the only thing they have. It's the way they can do it. And they haven't had access until just recently. So that's why that, like you KYC that there's going to have to be a solution that's not KYC'd for all those other people. And that's a massive amount of people.
Yeah, I think that like yeah, I guess I was kind of mixing my personal kind of like feelings with like reality. Like yes, Coinbase is where everyone goes. Like a lot of people's first interaction with crypto was Coinbase, right? But like there still is those properties where you can go grab your money and take it off of Coinbase, right? And you can take your ETH and you can throw it in a in a MetaMask or something, and you can run your own nodes and like RPC and all that kind of shit. So you don't have to be tied into all these different systems and be like your own bank. That's really what it comes down to, right? Is like being your own bank. It's like the more control you put on crypto and the more rules and regulations you put on it, the more it basically just turns into like a bank. And if that's the case, then what the fuck are we even in crypto for?
Yeah,
We don't need
but
we
then
don't
the,
need
the
crypto to be a bank. We've already got banks that are
100%,
robbing us.
100%. That's what the tech is for, right? Smart contracts. But then their response should be, okay, well, keeping up all the money pooled on that app, right? You don't need me anymore. Well, where the fuck are my taxes, right? That's the ultimate, and that's kind of true. I mean, if you keep money on there, the reality is that you probably just don't want to,
Well,
pay your share.
but they charge us
That's
taxes anyway. I pay taxes anyway, and they don't do shit.
yeah,
They take
yeah,
taxes off of me. I pay a
yeah.
fucking huge tax bill on my crypto.
Of
Like,
I mean,
course.
we know
so like
you're
they
an
take.
on-chain. You're an on-chain renegade, Coco. We know you're the you know what I mean, and
Nah,
that's
but
what we love.
crypto.
That's
And
what
and
we love
Coco,
about you.
you're the one that kind of helped me with this. Like it started as a libertarian thing in 2008, right? Every 4 years, election cycle. It was like a rebellion, right? Like the Cypherpunk Manifesto and all that stuff, right? So like, it was created for that very purpose to like go against institutions and store value away from anything that could be manipulated. Like truly can't be controlled. Only way to hack it is 51% attack, etc. Right? So now fast forward 10, 20 years, here we are, fighting like the fight that was created back then. That's where we're at. We're at the middle ground of that exact battle,
And it's gaining more momentum, but I think the thing we have to remember is like Value was saying a minute ago, if we want to onboard more and more normies and get them to adopt like more of the philosophy, like like by the way, I totally agree with Coco's philosophy and the way that Coco views crypto, because that is the truth. That's what it's about. It's about the freedom that blockchain provides to everyone in the world, and the opportunity that it provides, boundaryless, like borderless, right? And but like, if we want to onboard the people like Value was mentioning, that are like, in the safety of their home, within the confines of the government, and like, they're kind of like the sheep of the world, which there are much more of them than there are of, the people sitting in this space right now. We have to like make it like bite-sized and snackable for the sheep, and then we can indoctrinate them and pollute their minds along the way.
Okay, and one of the things is like we kind of look. There's a lot of stuff that we're like captivates our attention, like on the surface level. That is a lot of the stuff that kind of, in one way or another, it'll run back to that centralized type of like, for instance, like Coinbase is centralized, right? But there's also really cool shit that's really starting to make waves, like Thorchain. And I don't know if anyone's taken a look at those guys, what they're doing, but they're about to fucking crush the game. I just bought a huge bag of their coin yesterday, and they're like the only real cross chain there is in the industry. Go check out Thorchain and Rune, the Rune token, the stuff they're doing. It's high level shit. Like, if you're not too like really like versed in what they're doing, but they're using something called threshold signature scheme, and this is like true blockchain communication, like Bitcoin to ETH, and there's no centralized custodian. A lot of these bridges, they're fucking holding it. There's always a custodian. There's no custodian when it comes to what these guys are doing at Thorchain. So it's like true cross chain.
Yeah,
I got a
and that's
question. You
how
mean there's no
Shapeshift is using that now.
wait, so there's
it's gonna take over
no
the industry.
wallet? There's no like contract wallet where the tokens sit?
No, there's no custodian, right? Like, so like, when you're talking about these bridges where you're switching through EVM chains, like,
yes,
bro, Mikey, when you check it out, have you checked it out or no?
No, I haven't. I didn't know they didn't have
Trust
that.
me, you're gonna come back to me and you're gonna be like, holy fuck, like, this is the real shit. Like, this is the real deal. Like, these guys have been working on it since I think 2017 or 2018 is when they did their ICO, and they're just now, like, they're moving so much volume, and they're about to open it up to so many different people that are going to be doing true cross chain. I'm talking
they've already
Bitcoin
been hacked twice or 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. They've been hacked a couple times. They're battle tested it over like a span of like 4 or 5 years, and they're doing more volume than ever. And they're actually like doing true cross chain. Like, you can trade large amounts of ETH for Bitcoin.
Interesting.
And it's not synthetic. It's the real shit. It's crazy, bro.
I got a question for you guys. Okay, so let's say, I mean, obviously the whole reason that we're even talking about this is because in order for the price to go up and more people to come in, that's where regulation comes in, right? Like, that's all it's really about. Is if you could choose the price to fucking skyrocket, like, let's say, I don't know, 10x, right? Like, let's say we go into a bull run, but you have to give up some of the freedoms, right? And you have to be willing to do it, and you know that you're giving it up, but the price will go way up. Would you, like, how much would you give up to guarantee a $300,000 Bitcoin?
I mean, we already know Coco's answer because he's already ungodly rich.
You can bang my cousin.
I vote rich.
You can bang my cousin for $300,000 Bitcoin, bro. And I hope it happens.
But it's like that give or take, right? Like, it is going to happen. Like, it's just part of the game, right? Like, we want to move to those numbers, which is everybody wants to get rich, right? Everybody wants their crypto to go up in value. And there's give and take, man. To get there, you got to deal with some bullshit. It's just the way it is.
What's your vote, Pinky? Yeah. You vote rich, right?
Well, here's the thing. If it was up to me, like I said, I like where crypto's at right now. If it stayed exactly where it's at, and let's just say we had like, let's just say at 2x, let's say Bitcoin got up to like 100K or around that range, like that is, I like where we're at. I can make a lot of money in this industry like that, and it's fun. I enjoy it. Like, I wake up every day happy to be in crypto.
Yeah.
I'll give up privacy to all my bogey and decoy wallets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to, right? Like, you just got to be smart, right? There's no way to regulate this industry to the levels they want. So you just got to be smart about things, and there's always going to be workarounds because we're smarter than they are.
Yep. I mean, I think. Go ahead, Coco.
No, well, it's the thing is I don't know if we're smarter than they are, but what it is we've been doing it longer. Like, so like if you look at like a lot of these government agencies, like they don't really have a handle on the shit, bro. You know how many fucking transactions there are on all these different EVM chains and all this kind of shit? Like, bro, like I'm telling you right now, like the way that like it's the network effect, right? Like there's no way that they're gonna like be able to dox every single wallet. That's just not the way crypto is. I know people have said, oh yeah, they're gonna be able to do it with AI and this and that and this and that. But there's always a way, there's always workarounds. As long as it's a peer-to-peer form of value transfer, they're never going to be able to like completely control it because there's no middleman. As soon as you start having the middleman, then they control it and they can get tabs on it. But as long as it keeps that kind of purity with the peer-to-peer, like point A to point B with nobody in the middle, like, oh, let me take a look at this, then there's no 100% way to control it the way they want to. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, I'm not saying that like, I mean, there shouldn't be like certain things that like centralized exchanges should have rules for, but I'm just talking about like you know, like it's kind of like when they talk about like wanting to like, you know, KYC like self custody wallets and shit like that. That's the same thing as the government saying, hey, let me pull your wallet out of your fucking pocket and look at how much money you got in there. It really is the same shit. It's like, okay, let me take a look at this because I can. It starts like you start getting into like a human rights infringement type of
Dude,
conversation.
they would never do that to citizens, dude. What are you talking about?
They do it already.
Stay inside, no matter what. You know, oh, that's another conversation. At the end of the day, man, too, you know what I realized too is like, especially after meeting a lot of people in this industry, thanks to like Twitter and like just like my previous employment too, like being around like Wall Street guys, like at the end of the day, bro, the only thing you know is that they are more greedy and more fucked up. Like people that work in finance are the grimiest, scammiest motherfuckers that you will ever meet. Alcohol, drugs, gambling, just like crypto, but at a higher scale, a way higher scale.
You forgot to mention cocaine,
Yeah,
sir.
well, that was implied. So, like,
That was
they're
exactly.
going to bid this shit up because of greed and return. Their job is to bring yield to their customers, right?
Yeah, he actually makes hookers. He
So,
forgot to
like,
say hookers.
so like at the end of the day, if we're getting institutions involved in crypto, they are going to do hopefully their job and run this shit the fuck up. And that's really all I know. Like, you know, I even like M&A, like I have a buddy that works in M&A, like they haven't been looking at crypto just because like it's kind of impossible to get a deal done with like a company with like that has a token, right? For example, you know, like if you're going to be registered with it, you know, with the Nasdaq or, you know, the New York Stock Exchange, like how are you going to register a company that has like a crypto token as part of it? Or like do a deal or something with a company like that. Like there's so many blind things still, and we're so early, quote unquote. But like we really are in like the infrastructure of crypto businesses. Right now, like the main course of crypto companies that are public are just miners, right? You got like Mara, Riot, all these other companies. But I think a lot of that's going to change, man, within the next 5-10 years. Like with a lot of the guys in tune with like what a lot of the guys up here have said already. Like I'm excited, man. God.
Are you at the bar yet?
Nah, bro. I'm
I
actually
mean, you know,
I'm outside the gym.
you know what I'm proud of? Yeah, I'm proud that like this is called crypto is fun and not shitcoins are fun, and we actually stuck to crypto and not just talked about complete shitcoins all day.
Yeah, it's because you guys didn't let any people come up to the infomercial this time, you know. And
Bro, they came up shilling hard last time, bro. People don't even ask us anymore. They just come up and just fucking start spitting game, bro. They just like it's crazy.
I bet you that dude got a sale or two.
He sent me a DM. I'm not reading it.
yeah,
But I think
like, and the thing is, they go pin their fucking thing to the top too. They're like, "Oh yeah, here, and if you want to buy, here you go." It's like 2 payments of $19.99, you know, plus tax.
I think that's like the good thing about this space. To your point, Pinky. Like I think a lot of people, you know, probably come in and filter in and out often, and they just think like we're a bunch of idiotic like degenerates that gamble on shitcoins 24 hours a day. And like I continuously learn stuff from all of you guys about crypto, and most of you guys up here are actually building fucking cool shit. Like, and you know, I think people probably don't hear that enough from us sometimes because we are degenerates too.
Complete degenerates.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think you're wrong about like they're not wrong about that.
You can be both, right?
Like most smart people sold ETH at 4K and got the fuck out of here. You know, like to be honest, like that's just what it is.
Yeah, the Ethereum Foundation did. They were smart as fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You know,
saying.
bro.
Like,
Hey, Tiki, how much do you remember that? Like, remember when I think it was you that sent it to me? Like, you were like, bro, look at this. Like, the Ethereum Foundation is like nuking the price at 4K. What was it? How much did they
He's
sell?
brilliant.
Do you
Smart
remember
guy.
that?
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember, but yeah, like that kind of shit's always happening. Yeah. They know what's
Like,
going
people are
on.
sitting here.
They know the
People are
cycle.
sitting here. Yeah, they're sitting here like worried about all these other guys, but the Ethereum Foundation's literally like wiping like hundreds of millions off the
Bro, they're
fucking
probably
at the
sitting
top.
on the phone with the they're probably sitting on the phone with the guys that bid that shit up, bid ETH up themselves, and they're like, "Yo, get
I
out
mean,
now because we're
wouldn't
done."
you?
Yeah, absolutely. I wish.
You know, this is the game. Like the thing about crypto, it's like this is not the game where you sit back and you say, "Woe is me, that's so wrong. They shouldn't be done this way." This is the fucking industry where you go get it. Like this is the fucking if you want to make money in this industry,
Straight
you
up,
go fucking get it. Like you
for
don't
real.
sit there whining, complaining about the way things should be. You fucking play the game and you get that money.
Facts. You start taking Adderall, you fucking raise a bunch of money and start gambling and and create an exchange, and just gamble billions while playing
Hey
video
man,
games.
hey man. You know, don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what
What about the orgies along the way?
I mean?
Well,
Those
I
get you in
wasn't.
trouble.
Yeah, I was leaving that one out, but
I mean, you just said take Adderall, start an exchange. Like that was the only part you left out.
and gamble with billions.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, and no stop losses, of course. Those are
Bro,
a
but
joke.
this is what I don't understand, right? Like, he's like the worst person. Like, he like took the fall for all of it, but now they're like pushing FTX coin. Like, the actual
Sweet, huh?
government is like pushing it,
Yeah,
saying they're gonna bring it
they
back.
probably didn't get to sell. They didn't get to sell, bro.
Because they hold
Dude,
that.
Yeah, man, they're all in
that looks
bad.
like exit liquidity to me. It looks like basically just they're basically manipulating to pull money out. Because there's a lot of people that held a lot of that useless coin. So
Bro,
I don't know if that's going to
yeah.
stand the test
How
of
much
time.
venture money? Like, how much did they raise to start FTX? I bet you all those guys were just underwater. So they're just like, guys, we need to relaunch this ASAP, pronto.
Yeah, they're dumping on retail. Everybody's going, oh shit, this coin, the exchange is going to relaunch. It's going to be better than ever. Seriously, you trust that? Like,
Calling up
yeah,
Binance,
it's
yo,
exit
motherfucker.
liquidity. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
How many politicians had big bags of that shit?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck all that shit. Nah, bro, we ain't. I ain't.
I mean,
I
would
made a
you
post.
really relaunch FTX? I mean,
Dude, I
No,
think they're
I made
relaunching
a.
Celsius too. I saw something about Celsius. Yeah.
that's the narrative,
Bro,
right? That's the perfect exit liquidity
Relaunch
narrative.
season. It's relaunch season, guys. Just all the scams, just run it back, Turbo. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you're smart, right, you rebrand under a different name. You don't use the same name of something that scammed a bunch of people because the trust is gone. I mean, no matter what you do, you're always going to be remembered for that. So
That's
the
not true.
whole we're going to relaunch, I don't know.
That's not true. The Grok account, you guys saw Zach's tweet. The Grok account rug 2 coins and then ran it up to 150 mil regardless.
I
People
mean,
don't.
fuck, if they relaunch FTX, they might as well go ahead and relaunch the Bernie Madoff fund, you know?
It's short lived. I mean, that's all speculation, but long term, people will remember. They're going to remember that.
It's true. I mean, if the Enron founders came back, I mean, you'd have to think they'd choose a different name.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, there's
I
always a
love this shit.
speculation value, right? Always, but it's short lived.
Man, Enron was bad. These guys were running up the price of California's energy. Like, people were paying like 5 times their light bill because they were gambling on stocks. Well, oh man, I love this shit. Dude, Coco, were you around for Enron? I know you guys are older. A little bit, not too much, but
I was there. I remember when that happened.
you're nice.
I was
Man,
young. I didn't
they
know
were
shit
like
about
top three.
anything.
They
I
were like
was.
top three in the S&P too, right? Like they were like the shit, man. They were like Tesla.
I mean, it was all over the news, and they were interviewing people that lost everything, and like people were committing suicide. It's crazy because people forget, but it was bad. Yeah.
Bro, they were trolling, making accounts like with funny names like Mike Hawk and shit. Like they were literally opening accounts and like just trolling. You know what I mean? Like they were like the sickest fucks ever, man. Role models
All
straight.
right,
But
I got
yeah,
a
man.
question for you, Value. Since you're one of those guys that kind of has a lot of experience in that realm, do you see another scenario like
What?
Wall
Oh
Street bets
god.
happening again in this next cycle?
Ah.
What do you think?
I mean, I don't know, bro. That I felt like that was like a once in a lifetime thing, bro. To be honest, like the way it happened, like we went from like the Reddit to the account that I made, to the accounts that followed, like with Doge pumping too, like all the money that was pouring in, like a hedge fund, obviously, like providing liquidity too, like there was just so many like so many things that happened at once. Like you had millions of retail people buying one stock, bro. I mean, if they were able, like even me with like the network of guys, like we still follow each other, we still have like the group chats of like Wall Street Bets, like we don't coordinate and talk about like doing things that, like the movement was like scattered all over the place, right? So like it would have to be like a movement where like, especially like they launched rug coins, like remember during the meme coin cycle, like the mod launched the coin and then the fucking Jamie, the scamming founder, launched the coin, founder, quote unquote. But like there's like so much disconnect in that community that like you would have to like get all those people again, Coco, to like buy one stock again at once. And then the short flow, it would have to be obviously like something that could get squeezed, so like a high short flow to like 70, 50-70% or something.
Would you say that?
I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But would you
Yeah.
say the closest thing that's had that kind of energy and that kind of like mass movement would be Pepe, like recently? Probably.
Yeah, I could see some like global meme coin scenario. Yeah, I mean that's ideally what we're hoping for, right? Like Elon shilling something, everyone just going all in on one crazy viral thing, and everyone's just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? I think that could happen for sure. But like the Wall Street Bets thing, short squeezing a company, like an institution, like a couple institutions. I mean, that was crazy, bro. Like, especially because they were like huge public companies, bro. Like they weren't low caps. I mean, they were because of COVID, right? They like you could have got in early, but I think GameStop went to like what $100, and it was like down to $1 during COVID or something. Like that shit's unheard of in equities, bro.
I just watched that movie. It was pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Like one of the craziest experiences of my life. I didn't know what the fuck was going
Have
on.
have you seen the movie that just came out? I wonder how
Nah,
accurate that
nah,
is. Probably you would know. Yeah.
nah. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I was actually gonna watch it
They
later
put
today.
they put all of the focus on like Roaring Kitty as like that
Nah,
was
he was
like
the biggest because he went to court for it, right? So like when he said he liked the stock,
yeah.
it was like one of the most legendary moments in fucking finance history. Like he's a beast. He was the biggest for sure, absolutely. Because like he was big everywhere, not even on Twitter. He was just like the biggest in general, like everywhere.
Yeah, and that was fucked up how Robinhood basically just completely manipulated, stopped the buying and just
Yep.
manufactured a complete sell-off. So
Yep.
yeah, it,
They
it
had
would
to
be
do like
hard to put all that together again. So,
they
all
were
those things
pulling
to line up.
favors. They were pulling favors for OTC stuff. Like, there's no way that it was like a technical error. You know what I mean? Like, they had to be just like, pause it. We got to get some people out. Or like get some like just they had to have it. It was so fucked up, bro. It was one of the
Would
most
the
fucked up I've ever seen.
what's the VC firm that's like heavily invested in Robinhood? Like they were super underwater on all their fucking shorts, bro.
Well, I think the ones
Yeah,
that
you're
actually
talking
went out of
about
business
Citadel.
were
Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Citadel and
And
like Melvin
Griffin.
Capital. Yeah, so Melvin Capital went under over. They got liquidated, and then Citadel was like really bad. But some of these companies had like I don't even know how it would work, but they had like 300% short interest on like GameStop and these companies. Like they were like levering up the shorts to like push the price down, and they just got destroyed, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah, Citadel 100% manufactured that sell off, bro.
That was a major shady move there.
Like
And
I'm
then
sure
they said,
they were calling the Robinhood CEO like, "Yo, listen, bro. Like, if you don't
yeah,
fucking pause this right now, your whole family is gone.
yeah.
You better fucking pause this,
They
man."
said they spoke to CEO of Robinhood, but no, but we didn't talk about that. We spoke about other things.
Yeah, like, yo, your son is not getting into Harvard. Like, it's all over. Like, you better fucking pause this right now.
Bananas.
Uh, yo, we got the homie King Fudd up here. You want to go to him? What up, bro?
I'm gonna wait till like a host or co-host calls on me. Thank you though.
Oh, okay. Hey, you guys want to call on King Fudd?
Jesus.
Welcome, King Fudd.
Oh, hey
Welcome to the
Coco.
stage.
Hey man, great space.
What's up,
Great
bro?
space. You guys were talking about. I realized something I hadn't thought about in years. When I first bought Doge, on, I think it was Robinhood, and it was at like 0.002 or 0.00. It was really, really early. I don't remember where I heard about it or why. I think it was a TikTok. And that MF started running up, and I held it until like it was like, you know, that there was like a 24-hour period. It went from like 1 cent to like 14 cents. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was insane. And I remember going around TikTok, and every video I found commenting on TikTok, this is before I had my Twitter account, commenting, "Go buy Doge right now," and then doing a bunch of rocket emojis. And this is like my first ever experience with crypto. And just like every TikTok I saw, "Go buy Doge, rocket, 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 rocket." And every comment like is getting like thousands of likes. And I was just thinking, bro, the hype was insane, like absolutely insane. And so there's no way. I refuse to believe that we're gonna experience a bull run like that ever again. Because even on random TikTok videos, people were hyped on the comment about Doge. Like, you guys really think we'll experience that kind of
So,
excitement?
but
100%.
That's
Yeah.
what they say every cycle, and then it
so, but
happens.
bro, that hype, bro. You know when like the adrenaline is just like pulsing through your fucking like system, and you're like, bro, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, I agree, bro. Like that feeling, like to feel that again in certain plays is like gonna be nuts, right? But like, if people, to your point, Fudd, like if we're going where we think we are, like in terms of like projections and market cap and all that shit, then like ideally we're gonna get more money flowing into crypto than we did last time, bro. Like, what do you think about that? Like,
You,
that's
you,
great. That's
you got to
great.
think about it like this. It just compounds each cycle, right? Because the first cycle there were what, thousands of people. The second cycle there were, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people. Like last cycle there were millions of people. Imagine how many people will be here for that hype this cycle. And you got to think, like, the TikTok followings are already there. The Twitter followings are already there. So when that hype catches on, and think about all the people that missed it last time, right? That's in the back of everybody's mind that faded that feeling on that Doge pump you're talking about. So when that hits again, bro, human greed and human speculation are just going to intensify what we
And not
experience.
just the people that missed it, the people that didn't miss it have a lot of money to throw back into the next one too. So
Yeah. Think about like remember those like I remember like this NFT did like $100,000 like all that shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Like I don't
I don't. I seriously feel like if I go through that again with how much money I have allocated around, I'm like gonna have a seizure, dude. If it's that much
dude,
hype, it's gonna be
yeah.
insane.
I hope so, man. God, you're getting me hype here. God.
Because I haven't.
Yeah.
I just realized as you guys were talking about this and I was listening, I was like, I think the reason I've stayed around this last 2 years, I think I'm chasing that high that I felt. Like I think I'm waiting for that, and like I'm hoping for this next bull run. I seriously think I became like a junkie just from that like that
Yeah.
124 hours.
Never goes away, just so you know.
Yeah, it never
You'll be
goes
chasing
away.
that for the
You're
rest of
more,
your life.
Yeah, you're more fucked forever,
yeah,
right?
you're going to be numb to it this cycle. Like it
I'm
just
already
doesn't.
numb to it, bro. It's like fucked up, man. King Fudd, you're right, man. I don't know. What do you think, Coco? You think we're gonna, because like, bro, you have like $200,000 PFPs sitting in random wallets. You're not even sure which wallets. Like, are you still chasing that high, Coco? Of like, getting that bag or what? Like, nah,
Bro,
he's
I'm a hustler, bro. Like I don't care, bro, how much money I have or how much money like I have invested. I'm always looking for opportunity, and that's the way everyone should be. Like if you ever get complacent, like you're gonna miss something. So like I'm not saying go into everything, but I'm saying like always keep your antennas up because that's the way crypto works, bro. One day you could just be chilling someone could give you some alpha and you could hit a 2000x like nothing. You could just pop out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, it's just, yeah, you never know. This game is crazy, bro. Like it's so unexpected and there's so much opportunity all the time. But like, you really just gotta keep those antennas up because opportunity is always there, and it just enables you to do more things, right? Like, and the way that we're tapped into like these communities and these networks of people, like the information's really not at a premium. Like you can get the information if you just know the right people, right? So it's like you just got to be first, bro. Like it's funny. Like I was watching this is such a weird analogy, but I was watching an MMA fight. You guys ever watch MMA where the coaches are always yelling at the fighter when they go in, be first, right? Like to be first, like to charge it. And that's kind of the way you got to be in crypto. It's such a simple analogy, but like if you're first, you're usually going to be all right, especially when things cook. So it's
All right.
kind of a simple way to look at it.
You have me ready to just knock some MFR out right now. Preferably value and time.
I knew it.
Preferably, we're just going at each other. And I'm going to be first for sure, dude. There's no way you could hang with me. I'm too chubby. I'll just lay
Dude,
on you.
I'd love to just box you and like while we're pumping hard as hell and we're just sitting there like trying to like cope with the dopamine of like what we're experiencing and just like punching it out on each other. I'm down for that. No, and if you guys have ever seen, this is cliche, but like you guys seen the movie Margin Call, the guy's like, there's 3 ways to win. You're first, you cheat, or you're smart. Well, if you're not gonna do a honeypot, cheating's out of the way. So if you're not smart enough to fucking win against all of us, then you got to be early. So it's one of those three. To make money. And you're right, Coco. And you know what, you guys, and last thing, because I got to run, like, you guys can sleep proud tonight knowing that when that 1000x comes, you're going to sell it for like a 5x or a 2x or a 3x and miss out on it again. And you waited like 2 years at this point to get it. Like, dude, Bored Apes last time, like, it was free, whatever. And then, like, you're going to get it this time. You waited so long, you're sitting here, you need it, and then you're just going to sell it early. So, props to all you guys, I'm talking to myself here if you didn't realize.
Where'd you sell your Bored Apes value?
All under I sold one for 0.06, so I have the lowest Bored Ape sale ever. If you look at the chart, like actual sale, that I minted, and I sold one at an ETH, and then I think I sold all the way up to 10. So I absolutely papered mine. But then I swept mutants, and then that's where I got the ApeCoin airdrop. And I had like a mutant PFP for actually like half the time I was on CT. I was always a mutant, like with my mutants and shit. Yeah. So I definitely papered those as well. I think Unrealized I have like 10 million in NFTs. So there you go.
Christ, bro. Value
See,
is so.
this is the root of his hate for the board. Every time he like underhandedly hates on our apes.
Oh, dude! Every time, dude. Today an ape got hacked. Did you see that by Renga?
Bro, did you see the joy in his voice when he said that, bro? Did you see like how like his voice went up? Like
it's all happy.
He gets
it's
like,
all happy
like yeah,
because the entitlement from all the people that were just so stupid and held, like some people I know that held, I'm like, bro, when I met them, I cannot believe this is like the people who are rich now from Bored Apes. Like I cannot, like you guys don't count. You guys bought yours like 6 figures, But like the minters, like some of those guys, I'm like, oh my god, dude, like give me a break, But whatever, they held.
I mean, aren't they on the way back up? Like, what are they at, Pinky? How are they looking?
I think they're like.
What'd you say? I can't hear you.
They're at like a 60 or 70 ETH floor.
Yeah, right. What's the floor at?
Nah, I don't know. They're probably around 30.
They're
30
like
or something.
Do you guys think? So you guys?
But
do
here's
think
the thing,
NFTs
right? So Bored Apes will probably go back to around like 50 to 70 ETH. But the thing is ETH's going to be 15K, so we're going to be back at $1 million per ape anyway.
Yeah.
I think you'll see Bored Apes back at 100 ETH this cycle.
They could.
Yeah. Remember, Pinky is our quant. So what he says is what.
I've never been wrong.
I don't know. I don't know if they'll ever go back to that. I don't know if they'll ever go back to 100 ETH. I think they'll go into like the 50s maybe, and I think ETH will be worth more. So it'll still be worth, a couple $100,000. But I'm not sure it'll go up to like.
But think about that. That's what is that? A 3.5, 4x? It's not that exciting. So that's why that's why things never repeat as far as like the FOMO and the craze. It's always It always goes to something new. So Dogecoin, same thing. I mean, what's it going to do? A 2 or 3x, 4x at the most? Like, it's always the next new thing. It's just the way crypto works. Remember one statement. If there's only one statement you ever remember in crypto, and that's crypto is irrational.
What do you think? What do you think punks will do, Coco? Do you think they'll surpass their ETH all-time high?
It's tough because like nobody's selling and buying punks like once in a while, but they have no token velocity. Like it's literally like it's like fine art, bro. How much fine art is sold on the daily? Not that much, right? Like you don't have that like cyclical token velocity. You don't have that active trading with punks. There's, I mean, I'd say like what does 1 or 2 punks get sold a day, maybe? Like, I mean, how many? I don't know. I don't really follow them. Um, yeah, you don't really have like there's not that culture of trading punks, really. There's a culture of like people buying them because they want them as like a legacy piece, but you don't have a lot of people buying and trading punks. I don't know. They're historic though, for sure. Go ahead, Value.
Can you guys hear me? Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I was saying the like punks, right? I truly believe this in my soul. I think punks are gonna be a $1 million floor one day. Like that's something I do ironically believe. Because like there's 80% of the supply locked up and it's not traded, I'm pretty sure. So at the end of the day, like the fact that like there's no speculation on them because like the demand is so high that no one wants to let them go. And if you want to get a floor punk, like they're crappy, like to actually get a decent punk, it's like 70 ETH. There's like a 20 ETH premium on buying punks right now. So I don't know. I'm just super bullish on punks. I don't know.
What do you think about V1 punks value?
So like that narrative pumped like after like they were like an ETH for a while and they pumped, but like even though they're the original, it's just never stuck. You know, I don't know. But I don't think
Yeah,
they're
it's
flipped
like
original.
fine
If they
art
do,
collecting.
yeah, if they do, bro, that's gonna be the play of the like the stratosphere, like of like fucking like I don't even know, you know what I mean? If they flip normal punks, but that, I mean that would be tough to say, right? Tiki, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, all good. I'm just lurking.
Bored apes are going to be $1 million. Go to hell.
I don't disagree. I believe you, Pinky. I'm with you on
Yeah,
that.
man. Well, here's the thing, right? Right? Like anything can be $1 million floor. I can make an NFT right now and make it $1 million floor, but someone's got to be buying them.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to barrier of entry, right? Like, what can people get into and create all that crazy FOMO? I mean, getting into things even now at 50, 60K, it's like you're out 90%, 95% of the majority of people, you know?
You know what people like more than most? No, I'm not going to say people, but most people like more than money. They like clout and fame more than money. So I think you see a bunch of people that make a bunch of money in crypto and they want to be fucking cool at the end of this cycle, and they pony up that bag for those Bored Apes, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it just depends on what's hot, right? If it doesn't have that same hotness and coolness, it might not be, the status might not be there.
That's a fucking fair point.
But as long as I'm an ape, it's still there. You know what I'm saying? Like the coolness is always there as long as I got it.
Yeah,
I mean,
shitcoin fund might be the reason that they keep their clout. That's
yeah,
true.
as long as me and Pinky and Roman and Value are talking about shitcoins, Bored Apes are gonna be all right.
Yeah.
You know. No, I'm just joking. I mean, I'm actually pretty happy with the ecosystem, like as opposed to like 4 or 5 months ago. Like, I think that you'll see.
Yeah,
See
but
some cool
dude, but
stuff
that's
come.
the same shit you could say about anything in the entire fucking industry, right? Like you could say, 4 or 5 months ago, the coins are really like everything sucks right now. Like until the bull run hits, you can't judge where things are gonna go because once the bull run hits, everything goes nuts. So the fucking Bored Apes could go to 150 ETH. Like it wouldn't be the easiest thing.
So what happens if the next big thing comes and says, "Hey, Pinky, I need you to change your icon out to a different NFT. I'm going to give you $2 million."
Oh, I'll change that shit in a second. I don't give a damn. But
Bye, Bored Ape.
I mean, so what, right? Like, it doesn't mean Bored Apes can't be worth a fuck ton. I don't know, man. I just think with the Bored Ape thing, no one's to come even close to doing it as good as they've done it so far to this point, and they continue to do. So, like, until that does happen, I don't know, man. We'll see.
I agree. They did a great job, but I still think that every cycle it's something new and hot is what becomes the thing.
You know who
And
I
there's
thought?
always going to be
No,
go ahead. No, I'm just saying that there's always going to be the resurgence of things that were popular, but it's never going to have that same hype, you know?
Yeah.
So it turns into the fine art collection, right? Oh, you got a Bored Ape? Wow, that's cool. You got a crypto, but it's not going to be like everybody going nuts and all the news articles are talking about it, you know, like it'll be the next thing for that, you know? I don't know what that's going to be, and who knows? We'll see.
You
Yeah,
know
but
who I thought?
they have like crazy stuff. Like they've got a crazy ecosystem, man. Like there's a lot of people doing stuff within that Bored Ape ecosystem. So they've like kind of moved on from like being this new hype thing to like actually having like tons of people like actually building like brands and businesses, and like there's so many like thought leaders and stuff that use the ape. It's like a symbol. It's like become like a symbol in the crypto industry.
Bored Apes are big.
So like the
Going to be
IP
the
is
shit if
not
you're an
going anywhere.
NFT
People
guy.
know what it is.
You
If you're in
strive to
crypto,
have
you
one.
understand it.
Yeah, and like, you know, Bitcoin's gains fucking suck compared to everything else every cycle, but it's still going to be one of the most valuable coins forever.
I mean, if I get stupid rich in this cycle, I'll buy a fucking monkey JPEG and join your club.
Fuck yeah, baby. Fuck yeah. That's the cult, baby. It's just a cult. There's only 10,000 of them.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. I just have fun with it, right? So
Well, I'm going to always shill it because I own one and I want it to be worth more, so I'll always talk good about it.
I mean that makes sense. Like it's funny when people like get mad at people for shilling their own bags. I'm like, bro, what are you supposed to do? Of course you're gonna shill your own
You want me
bags.
to talk shit about the thing that I own that I use as my PFP? Like I'd rather just tell everyone they're going to be amazing and go to like $10 million. So you guys go and buy them.
I mean, those guys have billions of dollars. You don't think they can pump those fucking monkey pictures again, bro? They're gonna do it.
Yeah, I think we'll see, right? Like you can judge everything in a bull run. That's the only time you can really judge things, right? You can't really judge in a bear. Nobody knows what the fuck's going to happen when all the money floods in. Like judging things at this point, it's just silly across the board in crypto.
Let's talk to a guy that actually has some technical where Roman. Roman, what's your opinion on the market?
On the market right now,
I just wanted to pop in here and tell Roman that I really like your hat.
can you hear me, guys?
What up, Vinny? What's going on, man?
I wasn't gonna. I was listening, but you guys are pissing me off. It's always the dude with the non-Bored Ape that's shitting all over the Bored Ape. Yeah, they're not gonna. It's gonna be a new one because I can't afford this one. It's gonna be like something like really cool, like maybe like a lizard or something. You know, it's not gonna be the Bored Ape. No, they did it already. Yeah, these guys had a $4 billion valuation. These guys have the other side. Nobody has any idea what they're doing. Not even me. Maybe I do. I don't know. But they are going to do something and do something pretty incredible. I mean, there's 1% listed. That's for a reason. So I'm a believer. Maybe I'm stupid, but I don't think so.
Apes forever, bro. Apes forever.
Yeah, dude. I love the color of your ape, by the way, Pinky.
Hell yeah, man. Honestly, I am pretty fucking attached to this damn monkey, bro. I don't think I could sell it.
Yeah. Sorry. Hey. Yeah. So like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, over the past like year, I've had a few of my doubts when I've like, because I've had such a strong conviction play with the whole ape ecosystem. Everybody knows that I own a fuckload of ape coin, right? And I just like, I've put a lot into it. And there's been some things that I didn't like how like the DAO was going. But then when I went out there and I actually spoke to the people in the ecosystem, and I saw all those people converge in a completely foreign country, and I just saw like how much people actually care about the brand, and like how people are hanging in there and just don't even give a fuck, and they just believe in the ecosystem. It actually gave me instilled like even more confidence in it. So I'm actually bullish as fuck. I think that
we're going to be mad that we haven't bought more of that ecosystem right now, because I think that moving forward, I think it's going to do really well. I think that people forget really quick in this industry. We forget how fast, like, you know, like don't forget what got you to the dance, right? There's a lot of big people that own apes or tied into that ecosystem, and like a ninja in the shadows, bro. They've been working. They got a lot of stuff coming out, so definitely something to keep your eyes on. Don't forget about the king. The king's still here.
And by the
Yeah,
way,
you can make profits for sure.
I don't know.
But you know what? Go ahead.
Hey, did you see what Machi's doing? I mean, Machi's about to get $11 million, go start sweeping Bored Apes and giving them off to museums and everything. He's like 95% there. He's doing some really cool stuff with ApeCoin, and he's buying ApeCoin every chance he gets. So yeah, I wouldn't fade Yuga. I really would. And Gordon just dropped a couple $1 million on NFTs just for the fuck of it. I mean, he might just get bored tomorrow and say, you know what? Maybe I'll go buy another 100 apes, or maybe I'll buy the rest of the ApeCoin. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. It's definitely, that's what I'm saying is like, I think that I mean, we're just speculating, right? At the end of the day, but from what I've seen, I'm not like not confident. I feel like I'm a lot more confident than I was 8 months ago in a bear market, and the bear market can do that to you, right? Like the bear market can shake your confidence when you're down big on something. But when I see people still working and grinding, then it makes me pretty happy. So,
Well, think about it like this. When people get rich, where are the first fucking places they go? The first places people go when they get rich is to the fucking Ferrari dealership, the Gucci store, and the country club. Like, and you know, there's a bunch of fucking rich people in the Bored Ape community. Yuga's rich as fuck. So like, when a bunch of people get rich in the next fucking crypto cycle, where are they gonna go? They're gonna go hang out with their fellow fucking rich people.
Yeah, I think what I'm saying here is not that Bored Ape is going to disappear or anything. What I'm saying is the profits are not going to be there anymore, just like every other project that mooned and still has a high value. That's a fact. If you want to make big money in crypto, you got to be on the next new thing. And the other thing is when I talk about this shit, I just tell you guys truth. When I said I think Bored Apes are going to go under 30 ETH at one point, nobody believed me. This is when they were like 100 ETH. I was right. I was right about so much shit. So I just spit the truth, and I don't give a fuck if people don't like what I say, and that's just how I am.
Yeah, I hate it. Please stop saying that.
well, I cannot diss anybody for being who they are, and we appreciate everyone's opinion. So like, okay, so here we go. So let me ask you guys a question. Let's do some speculation here. Let's do some speculation average. Where do you think Bored Apes are going to be in a year?
In a year? Oh Jesus!
In a year. In a year.
In ether and dollars.
Whatever. Either one doesn't matter.
In a year, I think you'll see where are we at today on Bored Apes? 30 ETH?
30.
30.39 ETH today is the floor. I mean, I think in a year from now, in the middle of November next year, I think a safe guess would be 45 ETH on Bored Apes. But I think the big run up will happen at the end of the crypto cycle, just like it did last time, right? When people have an excess of liquidity, then they'll shift over to NFTs and start speculating again. But I don't know. I don't know.
What's your price target, Pinky? Like for next 1 year from now?
So what the way you gotta look at it, like they're pretty fucking smart with the way they time things, right? Like I think they have a pretty good grasp on the way the market cycles work. So I think leading up to the bull run, like the peak of the bull run, they are gonna have some shit lined up to get people excited, right? Like I guarantee you they're gonna have some shit lined up. So there's no reason to think that these fucking things can't run back up into like the 50 to 80 or 100, between 50 and 100 ETH. But the thing is like, where's ETH going to be at, right? Like, is ETH going to be $10,000? Is it going to be 12,000 per ETH? So I mean, it's very, very likely that a dollar amount. I think that's very realistic that these go back to a floor of 450K at some point.
I just want
Like,
to preface by saying I thought he was saying this time next year.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like this time next year, like a year
next
from now.
year. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's like beginning bull run, right? Like we're kind of ramping up in the bull run. So yeah, I'd say 50. I can see 50, 60 ETH.
That's not bad. That's not bad. What do you Fitty, what do you think?
Go ahead. This is what's interesting that most people don't think about. So many people lost their apes. They sent them to wrong wallets. I know somebody who sent one to crypto.com. So from what I think there's about 6,500 left. So I don't think the supply is as big as everybody else. And the CryptoPunks, they actually just talked about it the other day. I was in a space. They said that there's a lot of wallets that haven't moved in 3 years and 2.5 years. So there's a lot of dead wallets that they don't know where those are. So they think there's about 5,000 CryptoPunks. So I personally think within a year they're gonna do something with other side. They're gonna do something with heavy metal. There's a lot of crap they put out, and I'm not gonna lie. I bought all of it. I've never sold any of it, and I have a bunch of Bored Apes and a bunch of Mutants, and I don't play the games that much. I did play Dookie Dash. So I do think they're going to put it together. I think they have a plan. They brought in some new people. They've revamped what they're doing. So I could easily see 75 to 100. But I think it's going to happen a lot quicker because I don't think people are going to sit on this for another year. People don't have the kind of patience in the space. They know that because like Gordon understands the space probably better than anybody here. So people aren't going to see look at this like a mutual fund. Yeah, I'll sit there for 3 to 5 years to get my 100. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to do something way quicker. I could see it easily doubling in a year.
That's actually pretty okay. So with that perspective, right? Like, and dude, nobody's opinion is wrong. But like, if you were to think about that, like, guys that have a little bit of capital, have a lot of dry powder, like, right now is the time to buy an ape or to buy ape coin. Like, if you think the ape coin ecosystem is going to go up, like, I actually think like right now is a great time to buy if you believe in that. So let's go to the other side of it. Tiki, what do you speculate Bored Apes will be at 1 year from now? They're at around 30 ETH right now.
1 year from now, I mean, yeah, I could definitely see the floor going double or even more. But I mean, my point is like, if you want a 2x, there's a million places you can go if you're just looking for a profit. So the reason why you're going to invest in a Bored Ape is because, yeah, it's probably going to go up, but you actually like it. You know, you're into it. You like the community. And that's the main reason. But if you're looking for, mad gains, I think we all know, right? You got to be looking somewhere else. You got to be looking somewhere new. I mean, what I left out is I have some experience with Bored Ape. I actually really dug into their DAO, and I put in some proposals and stuff, and I was actually really disappointed in kind of how that whole system is working. They pretty much reject almost everything. And if they would have just literally approved everything when their price was up, they would have so many projects right now building so much more. But instead, they held on to the coins, and they didn't approve anything in the DAO, almost nothing, and then just let the value of the coins slip away. And I just thought that was kind of a shitty way to go, at least for ApeCoin.
No, you're 100% right. That's exactly what I said because the ApeCoin value went down and the DAO just went down. Even if they gave ApeWater, whoever else money, those people would have done something with it rather than just sitting on that money and going down. So you're 100% right with that.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, if I were to look at Bored Ape, I'm actually the thing that I'm the least happy about, and I'm a big ApeCoin guy because I always thought like, man, this is the coin of the ecosystem. Like I'm like, damn, this thing's gonna be huge, and I still believe that it can get there. But the thing that I'm the most disappointed in is how that DAO was run. And like not, and there's also, I'm not trying to talk bad on any of the guys in the DAO. Like, there's a lot of nice guys that I met from the DAO. I met them at Ape Fest, and like, I know there's people that are trying, but like, I just feel like when you have that much like power that they had, like they had all those coins that were meant to expand and blow this coin up. Like, you fucking use shit, bro. You put that shit everywhere. You make that coin like and you don't sit on it. Like, you literally like deploy that capital and put it in people's hands so that they can like make things happen. You don't gatekeep it, right? So there was a lot of gatekeeping at first that I didn't like, when I think that they could, and now, but what they're doing now is they're actually opening it up more to like a lot more, and they're pushing through things a lot faster. So, you got to, I don't know, you got to give them like, for now, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, like, I was probably more disappointed in that than any other part of the ecosystem, if I'm being 100% honest.
So with Machi, what's he doing? Is he taking 11 million to buy apes, or is he buying a certain number of apes?
No, he's getting 11 million from the DAO, and he's going to buy apes, and they're going to place them with like museum and a bunch of places that are going to be like using him for art, and He's got a whole plan. It's actually
Is it like the entire fund has to go towards that, or is there like a set number that he's grabbing?
I don't know. He just said 11 million the other day on a space. I haven't talked to him on the phone.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna call him and ask
But
him.
I mean, ApeCoin is gonna go down, no?
I don't think so. I don't think so because it doesn't have a lot of room to go down. People are holding.
Yeah, but it's gonna hit the market like 11 million coins. Like if you buy an ape, it's gonna
Yeah,
convert.
there's a lot of release still coming like every month, and that's the one thing that might suppress the price for a while, for sure. But speculation can
I mean,
overpower that.
11
That's one thing
million
we've
is
seen.
like it's like not these ape coins, like 15 mil USD. It's just like significant amount. It can dump the price.
I don't know. I mean, from what he said, he's buying ApeCoin every chance he gets right now because he's very bullish on something he's doing with that. I have a call with him next week.
Yeah, unless he wants to buy it up himself.
Yeah.
He might.
Just,
I mean, he
uh,
might. Listen, I like how the way he's thinking here, and I like what he's doing.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny is like, so like Machi, like he keeps like tagging ApeCoin in all of his posts. He's like, "Don't worry, ApeCoin, I got this." He's like, "Don't worry, I'm here to save the day." And he's just basically like taking the helm. And I know
You know,
it's funny.
and then one day he nukes the church.
you know why? Because they're 90% there, and there's like a little push he has to give him. So I think he just like figures if I give him a push on Twitter, then everybody else will give him a push too. Because these guys just are afraid to let go. But I mean, like I think Tiki said it correct. I mean, if they let that go like a year ago, like even if one of the companies didn't work out, probably two or three of them would have done something with it. So yeah, I mean, I think it's time to make some moves.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that's what it's for, right? That's what all those coins in that treasury is for. It's there to be deployed. So, I mean, but I mean, you do have to make sure that it's not a bunch of dumb shit that they're putting it on. But I think that you got to give people chances to either
Talk
succeed.
about bureaucratic nonsense. Go and try to put a proposal through. Like I said, I put in a couple proposals, and I did everything I could possibly do, and all I got was resistance, resistance, resistance. That's what they do. You go in there and you put in a proposal, no matter how good it is. They don't look for reasons to help you improve it. They just look for reasons to knock it down and say why that's a bad idea. I mean, that's what I saw. So they definitely need to change who's in charge of what's going on in the DAO. But the problem is the guys that are in power, they don't want to lose that power. So the only thing that gets approved is anything that benefits basically the guys that are in charge of running the DAO. That's always what gets approved. So yeah, I mean,
There are all these
but still,
there are all these reasons adding to the potential like value of apes. Like if you look at Machi's like taking the supply away with the money from the DAO. The one we haven't talked about on this space yet, though, which is I think is probably the most compelling, is as people begin to build brands, right, and they get access to liquidity to build brands in crypto. I think you're going to start to see people that look at the use cases and the proof points from this previous cycle of people that have been able to build brands using crypto. And I think one of the biggest use cases, I think we all have mixed feelings about, how much we like this person or not. But like, dude, this guy, this random ass guy from the internet, Ben.eth, was able to raise like $20 million. And from my perspective, primarily probably because he had a bored ape. So like people are going to factor that into the intrinsic value of having an ape. Like, they're going to be like, holy shit, if I get one of these things, I can probably go raise money for a project just because of the social proof I get from this PFP.
I mean, it definitely like it's definitely a little bit of a flex, right? It's like the same thing as like saying, "Oh, I have like a Mercedes or a BMW." I guess.
yeah, I
Kind of
agree
look
with that.
It's not like
I totally agree with that.
yeah, but it's not like at the end of the day, you're still gonna have to like be somebody, a person of value. Like you're still gonna have to add value to other people in order to like make that networking stick, right? What's up? We got DeFi Mike and Berserker up here. What's up, guys?
DeFi Mike called me the other day. He asked me for like 20 ETH, and I'm like, why? He's like,
Yeah, you owe me money. I'm here to collect.
He's like, I've got a mute with a bird on his neck. So I figured that's alpha. So I gave it.
Yeah, I was raising money to get you out of jail. Tell everybody what happened. He was hanging out with French Montana, and then they got arrested. But Coco, Pinky, good to see you guys. Thanks for bringing me up.
What's up, brother?
We got real world politics and DAOs and shit now. What a time to be alive.
Hey, everybody's like, I mean, that's the way it works, though. Like, if you think about it, it's a big voting system, right? And everyone's not going to always get along when it comes to that shit. And people are going to have good and bad experiences. But I guess that's That's the reason that the DAO is there for. I think they need to get it right. What's your thoughts on the ApeCoin DAO, man?
I think ApeCoin could be great. I think the DAO is ran by people that don't know what they're doing, and it's political for sure. I remember when they were begging me to vote for them, and I'm like, I don't even have time to vote. I didn't even vote, so I don't know. I don't even know who runs the DAO or how many people are in it. But obviously, the coin. I think the coin needs the damn game. I think if the game doesn't launch, then I think it's going to be suppressed, and then there's like 700 million tokens that have to be released throughout the next a couple years or something. I don't know the exact release dates, but I think there's going to be suppression until we see a damn game.
I think that there will be a speculation pump on the game for sure. Like I think that you'll have a buy the rumor, sell the news type event where like people are going to speculate buy and run up ApeCoin into the release date of the game. Then you'll see a dump off, and then you'll see it kind of climb up again if the game's good.
Yeah, 100%, 100% with that. I mean, most things that release, it's usually a sell-off. So like everything in crypto, once it actually gets released, it's always a sell-off, and it's usually disappointing. Not saying that it's going to be, but that's typically what happens. You pump up, make it sound like amazing, then it gets released and everybody's like, really? That's it? But we'll see.
So what's really interesting is if you guys watched that interview with Gordon and Garga on Nelk Brothers, they're both gamers, big time gamers, and they've been playing games. That's all Gordon really does. And this guy understands that if you don't put out a good game, you're just not gonna get this price going on Dookie Dash. So how do we know they're not already collaborated or working with one of the big games and putting out something? Because it does take 3 or 4 or 5 years. It does take time for that. So I think if they're going to do something, it's going to be big. I don't think it's going to be small. And if you look at some of the people they've brought on, they brought on a guy from Call of Duty who's huge in Call of Duty. I don't know his name, but my buddy Attila Mutant 33 works at Call of Duty, and he told me that they grabbed him and they just grabbed another guy from another gaming company. So they're definitely up something with the gaming. They understand.
Daniel Allegre. They got Daniel Allegre from Activision.
Yeah, and he's really a good dude from what I hear from my friend.
Interesting. Well, what's up, Berserker, man? Welcome to the stage, bro. How you doing?
Yo, what's up, man? I'm just listening right now. But
yeah,
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
All right, hell yeah, bro.
We can definitely hear you. Welcome. And we also got Falik up here. What's up, man? Welcome to the stage.
What's up, Coco? I've been doing well, man. Missed you, bro. How you been?
I've been good, bro. I'm just like, I took a little hiatus from doing spaces, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling back because I feel like we're back, and it's nice. It's nice to see that we still got it, huh, Pinky? We can open up a room and still get over 100 people after not doing it for a while.
We out here, bro. We out here. Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, bro. I've known Coco for a while, man, and seeing him grow in this space, I'm very proud of you, bro. I just want to say some kinky shit right now and say I'm proud of you. For sure.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you, homie. That means a lot, for real. Thanks, man. Just trying to get like real, what it comes down to, bro? Like, and I think one of the reasons why we kind of had a little bit of like, like success over the past like bear market, me and Pinky and, the whole SAF crew, is I honestly feel like we try to give like a very raw, like unrehearsed kind of opinion on stuff. And that's just how like we try to be. And like our opinions you might not always like it, and we don't mince our words. We swear. We're just like kind of just we freestyle everything. We never have an agenda. It's just we just flow with it, right? And I think that that's something that I like doing. That and it makes it more enjoyable for everybody. And like we don't like gatekeep who can come up. We let everyone come up and talk and say their piece. But at the same time, we're not gonna let somebody like walk all over our stage and be an asshole either. So I'm just gonna keep doing this shit and like just keep giving people a platform to come up and talk and just just try to like enhance the overall Web3 kind of community and network, right?
Hey, speaking of which, bro, try pin up the YouTube channel, because we do these. If you guys don't know yet, go follow our YouTube channel, because we do little snippets, like 20, 30 second, 40-second snippets, where we actually take people that came on stage, and we have edits done, so you'll probably be in one of the videos. So go.
Just a disclaimer. Any of you guys come up here, like we have like the recording, and we do like little shorts. So like if you look, it's the second pin thing. We actually have like content creators that do little shorts of our Twitter spaces, because nobody wants to listen to the whole goddamn thing. They just want little little snippets. So yeah, give us a follow.
Yeah, we got a badass team of guys that do some sick edits too, so it's worth checking out and go and give it a follow.
But anyways, yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, they're great. It's like 20, 30-second videos. So it's like, yeah, so easy to watch.
It's like all of our. That's all we can handle is 30 seconds at a time with our little monkey brains.
Just don't put Fiddy in any of them, or you guys will get a lot of backlash.
I'm putting him in, bro.
Dude,
I don't give a shit. I'm putting him in. I want backlash. That's the thing.
Drama's good, actually.
Since my mom left his mom, like our relationship has been different. I don't know what's going on, Mike, but I'll try to get them back together.
Yeah, this pair just said you can leave and go to the other space. There's 4 people waiting for you in another room.
Hey, bro, there's rumors that they're gonna do the next Ape Fest in Vegas, bro.
I'd be down.
What you guys think about that? They said maybe Amsterdam or Vegas, but
I'm sure.
I was thinking like Amsterdam would probably be dope. I'd rather go there, but I live in Vegas and it'd be a lot easier if you guys just fucking come here.
I'm sharing a room with DeFi Mike. That's all I know.
Yeah, we're staying at the Hooters Hotel for $40.
Hell yeah, bro. Dude, don't hate on Hooters, man. Hooters is that's good bang for your buck down there on the strip, bro.
Good food too.
They've kind of fallen away from the whole Hooters thing. Like they're more like about ass now, which is actually I'm not mad at. Like they've kind of pulled away from just the tits.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. I think I'm gonna go to Vegas this weekend.
Yeah, man.
Pinky, you're in Vegas?
I live here, bro.
Oh shit! I'm actually supposed to go in a week or two.
Hit me up, man.
I will.
Hit me up.
I stay at the Encore usually when I go.
Yeah, I like Encore. It's dope down there.
It's just
well,
nice.
Dude, are you coming out here for? I know they have the F1, that crazy F1 shit down here.
I'm thinking about it. When is that?
I think it's soon, man. I was just down there like 2 days ago driving around. The entire strip, bro, is scaffolding, and like every street on the main strip, like everywhere you go is the fucking track, bro. Like you're literally driving on the track.
They're always doing something cool over there. But I've got a Raider game that I'm going to. One of my buddies invited me to, so I'm gonna do that for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Shit. Hey, Coco, you should come down. Why don't we go to the Raiders game, bro? They actually don't suck too bad this year.
They won one game, and everybody's
two
like,
games.
Two games. Bo Jackson's Juan's coming out. Like everybody from 1982 is coming out to congratulate them.
Hey, bro, but you got to think, man. Like, you know what the biggest miracle of all is? The fucking Golden Knights, which is the hockey team here. We have a fucking world championship hockey team in Vegas, in the middle of the desert. We're the best hockey team, and you got to think how hard it is for those players, bro. Guys in their early 20s, living in Vegas, bro, being like superstars. Like, imagine how fucking difficult that is to like just live your life and not get like sent off track and then go win a championship.
Yeah, no, that's pretty crazy. They're actually really good too. Nobody talks about them. They don't get a lot of credit.
Yeah, even out here, bro, like nobody even really reps it that hard. It's just crazy.
Because they're like, should we go watch a hockey game, go to a casino, or Hooters, look at ass?
Yeah. Yeah, Vegas is dope, man. It's turning into, that's what I'm saying. I think Ape Fest, well, we saw with the Azuki thing, what they did out here when they did their last event. Like, I would say it was a pretty good success. And like, if Ape Fest did something out here in Vegas, like they definitely have, the facilities to actually put something really dope together here in Vegas. And everybody can get here. It's not too expensive. You know what I mean? Travel's easy.
With the whole world war and everything going on, I think it might be the easiest thing to do in the States.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Vegas would be a sick place to do it.
Yeah. I think so. All right, guys. Well, I think we're gonna shut it down. I've been going for about 3 hours now, but I appreciate everyone coming by. We might do one tonight.
Can we just time for another half hour if you don't mind?
Sure, if you really want to.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do some actual IRL stuff. I might go ride my e-bike or something. Go get some fresh air. Maybe hit the sauna. Hey, everyone should sauna if they can, if they have access to a sauna. And we appreciate Roman for joining and saying absolutely nothing the entire time. Thank you, Roman. For the 3 hours.
I tried. It's just
good space, guys. Good space.
I appreciate everyone coming up. Yeah, so if you guys came up and talked, just know you might be in a YouTube short. So appreciate everyone. Thank you. Give us a follow. Give everyone up here a follow. Thanks to all the speakers.
Rock and roll time.
Let's get this money. Let's get this money. Let's make these connections. And let's all have a wonderful, blessed week. All right, guys. Peace.
Let's fucking go.
Peace.